wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast, so don't get her pissed. It's Jason, talks like a spaz, and they love to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ show.
Here we go. Happy Monday. It is Kevin, Virginia, Jade Bird, Danny Suits. We're all here on a Monday. How was your weekend, everybody?
Good.
Yeah? That's good.
There was some wins, there was some losses, you know.
Okay, it's good. It's every weekend, right?
I don't think it was long enough.
Okay.
You know, the kids are off school today.
Yeah, that's right.
For what?
I don't know.
It's like a teacher workday or something like that?
I don't know, because I think Denny said that Jen was off too, and she's a teacher, so...
So there's no public school.
There's no public school. My kid was running the streets.
All right.
Yeah.
I feel like we just had one.
I know.
Get a lot of days off, those kids.
They really do.
I don't remember getting that many days off when I was a kid.
Heck no.
These just intermittent teacher workday things, I don't think our teachers ever worked.
So it's a teacher planning day? Is that what it is? One of those things where the teachers, get on Zoom and plan?
I don't know. Denny said that Jen was up late last night because she was like, woo, I don't have to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
So that says to me that she's not having to go in and plan.
No, I don't think so. I don't think that's happened.
It's a free day, baby.
Yeah, I don't know. But then private schools and everything else is in and working today, I believe. So it's going to be hit or miss. And I don't know if it's every school district or just Palm Beach County.
I know Martin County has school.
Okay.
That makes it real confusing.
It
They
is.
do not have off.
Yeah. So I don't know what's going on there.
I don't either.
I don't need confusion on a Monday.
It's blowing my mind. I don't know if you could tell or not.
It's already tough. All right, we'll hopefully get it all figured out here. We're here. That's what matters. On your KVJ TV, you can watch us on the flat screen TVs. Just dial it up and look for the KVJ show.
It's the KVJ dirt of the day. It's the KVJ dirt of the day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that dirt of the day.
Well, coming up in a second, it looks like Wayne and Garth are back. How exciting is this? The Wayne's World guys, along with a lot of other celebrities, are now talking about their Super Bowl commercials. Because that's coming up this weekend. So we'll let you hear from Wayne and Garth coming up in just a second. Before we get into that, it looks like Rod Stewart's attorneys have negotiated a plea deal over that confrontation that happened when he punched a security guard at the Breakers.
Yeah.
It was kind of crazy. The whole story, he was there with his family and his kids were denied access to a certain area. And so they got into a confrontation with the security guards, and Rod Stewart clocked one of them in the face.
Dang.
He don't play.
Right.
But I guess they have hopefully managed to come up with something with the state in terms of a plea deal for him. So.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be that bad for him.
Yeah, I'm sure he can figure that one out.
Yeah.
Kanye West is facing 2 class action lawsuits and $30 million in damages over claims that he mistreated and then failed to pay up to 1,000 different performers that had worked on his Sunday service. Well, that's not very Christian.
Whoa. No, it's not. Right.
What would Jesus do? Jesus would pay his employees. Lawyers for the workers are claiming that he violated not only by not paying them, but also violated some strict employment laws. That he was supposed to pay certain people certain things, and he was trying to pay them less, and that he had actually hired actors to sit in the audience. He didn't pay them either. So,
oh wow, Kanye,
that's a mess right there.
Why do you have to pay actors just to make it look like there was something going on in the crowd?
Maybe to, if you get real fans can be unruly. But if you get actors and you're paying them, you can tell them exactly what to do, exactly how to act, exactly when to clap.
What a weird gig that would be for an actor. You have to act like you love somebody. Oh yeah, Kanye, you're the best. But I wonder if they do that a lot.
I bet you they do.
It's weird.
And finally here, Wayne and Garth are back. Are you excited, Kevin?
No.
All right. And we're back. 2020, man, that was a great year. Not. Yeah, it really sucks.
It sucked donkey.
Good one. We just wanted to say that we'll see you soon for the game, which for legal reasons cannot be named.
We'll see you on the big bowl.
The gigantic bowl.
Totally legal.
Yeah, completely legal.
All right, good teaser.
Yeah, I feel good about it.
Okay.
And that's what's going on in your dirt.
All right.
It's time for viral audio.
So how'd your kids, how'd your wife?
Double rainbow all the way across the sky.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
I don't know if you saw this, but O.J. Simpson was able to, thankfully, get his COVID vaccine.
And he's chirping about it.
Oh, yeah. This is what he had to say in the now viral video.
Well, as you may have heard by now, I got my COVID shot this week. I recently celebrated my 30th.
What is going on? He's very muffled here in that OJ juice mask.
It sounds like he is at the dentist and they put those cotton blocks in his mouth.
He's got gauze mouth.
He's got gauze mouth.
Yes, he does.
What the hell?
I recently celebrated my 34th annual 39th birthday, so I qualified here in Nevada. So my daughter and I spent about 4 hours over a 2-day period waiting on the telephone. She did most of it. To get my reservation. I got my reservations, and then I went to my local Walgreens, waited in a very short line, and I got my shot. Now, I have one friend, golf buddy of mine, he got the Moderna shot last week, and his shoulder was sore for a couple of days. Another friend of mine, he got the Pfizer like I did, and he was actually nauseous and sick for a couple of days. Me, I've had no effects. I mean, I've had no ill effects. I'm just fine.
Well, he's the juice, baby.
The pharmacist actually gave you water because she hates you.
Maybe it's just his past and what we know about him.
Yeah.
But doesn't it sound like he's always on the verge of snapping, even when he's trying to be polite? And he just seems like he could lose it.
I'm going to get angry if you hurt me with that needle. Do you think it was awkward for him to be the one getting stabbed?
It's a good question.
I bet it probably was.
Want to find the KVJ Show on social media? Just search KVJ Show on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Simple, huh?
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you think about today, Jay Bird?
Well, I got a couple things I'm thinking about. First one is happy news or fun news for all you dog owners out there. I know it was impossible for me to ever try to trim Chewy's little nails. Some dogs really hate getting their nails clipped. It freaks them out, and you got to put a muzzle on them sometimes. Well, I saw this hack where it looks pretty cool, and it might work with some dogs. What you do is you take plastic saran wrap and put it around your head, and then you smother it with peanut butter. So the dog will start licking your head as you are working on the nails. And I was watching videos of it. Dogs, it's working for a lot of the dogs. I know it would have worked for Chewy. He loved peanut butter.
Okay.
Hated his nails touched. So just a little hack for all you dog. Could maybe work. I don't know. Do you have to clip cats? Now, they usually get them taken out, right? The claws.
It depends. I think a lot of cats, they do take them out, but then if you don't, cats have a natural way of
wearing them down.
Yeah.
Could you imagine trying to clip a cat's claw?
I wouldn't even know where to begin.
Do it while it's taking a bath.
Yes. And the other thing I wanted to say, unfortunately, my sister, Tina, she owns a bunch of animals. She has like a little mini farm out there in Oregon. She has this beautiful lamb. Beautiful. I'm sure you've seen her post pictures of it. Lambie, yeah.
Yes.
Lambie ate something over the weekend.
What?
And they don't know. It's something poisonous. And Lambie passed away.
Oh,
My
no.
sister's devastated.
Damn.
This lamb was so cool, Kev.
Yeah, Lambie.
Oh, such a cool animal. She got a bunch of she got goats that are really cool. Goats are an interesting animal, too. They look through your soul.
Really?
But yeah, I just wanted to give her a shout out, let her know I'm thinking about her, tell her I love her. Sorry to hear that, Tina.
Damn, Lambie.
I know. It's beautiful creature.
What's on your mind today, Virginia?
Well, you know, days like this are interesting for me because Magnolia doesn't have school today. And so yesterday I'm getting ready for bed and I'm texting her, when are you coming home? I'm coming, Mom. I'm at a bonfire in the farms. I'll be there soon. I'm like, So it's like 9:30. I text her again. When are you coming home? When are you coming home? She finally rolled in at like 11:15, and I can hear her coming through the house with her little girlfriend. But I'm so tired. I don't want to get up to go check on them. And it's just, I think she knows exactly the time to come home to where I'm not going to go check on you. You're good. You can sneak back in. And Mama's just too old and tired to get out of bed.
I get that this is a high school party, but am I the only one that thinks a bonfire in the farm sounds awesome?
She was sending me pictures. And she, oh, Mom, it's so cool. It's a bonfire. There's a bunch of us. We're just chilling.
Awesome. That's so fun.
That is kind of a good time.
No school tomorrow, Mom.
Rage on, baby.
They did.
Rage on.
I kind of want to crash this thing next
I know. Would they be mad if we rolled up? Hey, guys.
Well, I think they'd be mad initially because they would think that we're trying to break it up. And then they realize, I think they're going to party.
What I've got on my mind here today, I want to let you guys know if you care to go and listen. There's a lot of stories and shared experiences on this. There's a guy who really I would kind of credit with getting me into radio because back in the day when I was just trying to figure out what I was going to do in college, I really had no idea. And I was listening to my local radio station. It was in Columbus, Ohio. It's a radio station called WNCI. And as I was starting to kind of get into radio in college, I really kind of thought it was just going to be a hobby, nothing serious. I started listening to this morning zoo that they had on there, and there was a guy named Dave Ryan that was on that show, and I heard what Dave was doing, and I listened to him, and I related to him because I was kind of a little bit of a screw-off, couldn't find my way, just like messing around, and that's all I really want to do is keep screwing off in life, and he was doing it. I was like, well, you know what? I think I could do that. And so it was because of that I really was inspired to get into doing morning radio, and then went on back to college where they had a good telecommunications school and wound up doing it. And I got to do a podcast with Dave Ryan that just dropped last night. He does a series. It's kind of talking about radio war stories, moments that you've had. And so I was able to talk a little bit about some of our shared experiences that we've had with KVJ. There was some of the stories that I told recently about our move down to Miami that happened there and some of the behind the scenes that went on with that. Talked about Virginia, the old concept of laughs per minute that you and I were cursed with when we first started at Wild 95.5 when we got to town in 1999.
Oh, yes.
Laughs per minute. What happens if you're telling a serious story? The numbers kind of start to get a little
skewed. Yeah,
and I was telling about Lambie. How many laughs per minute was I supposed to have during
Not
that?
enough.
Yeah.
Hey, dead lamb jokes. Let's get them.
Yeah.
No.
And if you're wondering what the laughs per minutes are, you can go and listen to the podcast. So it was really cool to be able to be on a podcast with somebody that was kind of a mentor and still is for me. And I think a genius radio guy. He's on now KDWB in Minneapolis, Minnesota, does the morning show there. Has a great show and has been on forever and is everything you'd want to be in morning radio. So the podcast, you can get it. It is on the iHeartRadio podcast app. It's called Take a Shower. Season 4, episode 35, Radio War Stories with Kevin Ralston. So.
Take a shower. Now you're making it sound sexy.
Yeah, it's...
You and Dave get in the shower?
He has a book that he had come out with, and it was, like life advice. It was like, take a shower, show up early, all that kind of stuff. So he's done his podcast with the same name that he did his book.
Gotcha.
With. So that's what that is. But it's linked on our Twitter. And if you want to check it, that's an easy way to go. Go to KVJ Show Twitter, and I'll drop it on our Facebook page a little bit later so you can go and check out the Radio War Stories that I did with Dave. Coming up here, I believe we only have 2 more weeks left in Bird and Suits' weight loss challenge.
Is it 2 weeks?
I believe so. 2 weeks from today.
Uh-oh. When you just found out this morning it's 2 weeks.
I thought
You're surprised.
I thought it was 3. But
I think this is week 4.
Damn.
And if not, I think we need to end it in 2 weeks because it's just going on and going nowhere. So.
Well, that's not true. That's not true. Suits actually is doing really good.
How many weeks are we in here? Or we have 2 left or 3? We do have 3? So it's 3 weeks from today?
Yeah, because
okay.
Kevin's trying to speed it up.
Well, I don't know. We don't have to do it, but Suits is doing really good. I'm starting to get into the groove.
I believe we got a weigh-in at least. See, Suits is down 4. He was last in 2 weeks. Suits was down 4 pounds. Jaybird was even, I believe, after 2 weeks.
Okay, so where will they be this morning?
Yes. We'll see. Is Suits continuing on his quest? As Jaybird tried? How'd you do over the weekend?
Again, wins and losses, baby.
Okay. All right. So has Jaybird lost any weight? Do we have a scale in here,
Yes.
Virginia?
We do, yes. It's here.
All right. So we'll do the week 3 weigh-in to see exactly how we're doing moving this ahead. The Bird and Suits Diet Challenge weigh-in is coming up in minutes.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
We are officially at the halfway point here. The big diet challenge, Bird, Suits against each other with the inspiration to lose more weight than the other, with the loser skipping around a Publix in a bikini. That'll happen in 3 weeks with the official weigh-in. So last week, Jaybird has remained flat for 2 weeks. Suits is down 4 pounds. But I know Bird is a late bloomer here. It's the tortoise and the hare. Suits is going at it slow and steady. Bird is going to just, like a jackrabbit, take off at the end.
Every time we do a weight challenge, it's the same people always chirping, oh, Bird's not taking it seriously. Bird's going to lose. Bird's going to get fat. And every time I lose the weight. So all you Johnny-come-latelys, sit down.
It's a race to take it off and a race to put it back on, Virginia.
Such is life.
It's a roller coaster of weight.
It's a roller coaster of emotions.
Okay, who wants to hop on the scale first, fellas? Suits is going to jump at it?
Okay.
All right, Suits is...
Get over there, Suits.
All right, we'll see how...
Let's see.
Good luck, young man.
Thank you.
You started at what? Was it 180?
182.
Okay.
Last week I was about 178.
Okay. All right, let's see here. Suits down any more weight. Okay, 4 so far in 2 weeks. And week 3.
Okay.
How's he doing?
No way that's right.
Scale.
What's it say?
Scale says 165. That can't be right.
Suits, congratulations.
165?
Congratulations.
I stopped eating all week.
What?
Wow. 165.
That's better.
Oh, there we go.
174.
Wow. 174 from starting at 184?
4 pounds a week.
Okay. Pretty impressive.
Why did you get almost naked, Bird? Trying to turn us on or something?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay.
180.
Okay, so Bird is down 4. Suits is down 10.
Yes.
In 3 weeks. Okay.
No pictures. No pictures. Not yet.
With my clothes on, I might add.
Yeah, you didn't get all naked like somebody.
I think when we do this in 3 weeks, there's got to be, a standard wardrobe, because we are going to be a little bit more in public to start off with, so...
Whatever
everybody,
you guys want to
yeah.
do, I don't care.
Do we need to have
We'll put them in matching Speedos.
Whatever you guys want.
Okay. All right, so we'll figure something out for that so that we don't have any big, he's got more weight on clothes and blah, blah, blah. So we'll make sure we make that fair. But
you should go down to your short and shirt if you want. We could do that if you want.
Yeah,
That's
that'd
fine.
probably be shorts and shirt. Probably be good. And you could have flip-flops you could kick off and take your toe fungus up onto the public scale.
Nice.
Okay. Seems like a good plan. Okay, so Suits in the early lead by 6 pounds on the Bird. Pretty impressive. That's good, though. 10 pounds in 3 weeks and 4 pounds.
I didn't think I was doing
a
as
good
good.
week.
Well, Bird started running again. That don't bode well for
Well, that
Suits.
means I'm running too. Hey, I can play mind games too. He's not the only one in this battle.
Get it.
I beat you rock, paper, scissors with those mind games.
When you know he's going to go for a run, chase him.
Oh, that's what I will do.
Chase him.
Okay, so we wrap it up in 3 weeks. The Bird and Suits Weight Loss Challenge. I saw this, and this comes at a good time for anybody that's trying to lose weight and you're not having any luck. They say that losing weight can actually make you look much older. That is according to this new study that is out there. And I think you've probably seen that before. You ever know somebody that loses a lot of weight and they just look gaunt, and it does add, they may have lost 20 pounds, but they added 20 years?
Yes. People used to tell me that when I lost a lot of weight, like, you look old.
Yeah.
You look sickly.
Yeah, they say that, when you lose the fat in your face, it deflates your cheeks, makes your eyes look hollow and sunken, and makes your jowls sag and look heavy. That in a sense, fat is kind of like a natural filler, obviously, and it's what plumps them out so that you don't notice the sagging skin. When you lose that fat, then the skin starts to sag and you look older.
That's when you need to go get a little injectable filler put back in your face.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yes.
Virginia's got it all figured out. Okay. So just a little note, if you're looking for a reason to quit your diet, maybe you say, I don't want to look old. I'd rather be a little bit chubby than look old. Coming up here in a couple of minutes, we got some fact or fiction on booze, and it's kind of amazing. Have you guys noticed all the things in what they call the healthy alcohol market? They seem to be taking any kind of great diet beverage and just adding some kind of booze to it. Just to clarify, I don't remember what these guys are weighing in at. They start at 182.
Okay.
Okay, and so Suits is at what now? Because I don't have the numbers in front of me.
Suits lost 8 pounds. I've lost 2. That's what's going. Technically, I lost 3. It's because mine was 179 point something, but I just rounded off to 180. So I would say Suits is at 8 pounds, and I'm roughly at 3 pounds of loss.
Okay. All right. Well, there we go. The challenge continues on 3 weeks from today. We'll get this whole thing figured out. Who can lose more weight? They have talked a little bit about booze here lately. I do know that when I've talked to people that have lost weight, a lot of times they said that they stopped drinking.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
Or cut down on drinking.
Oh,
and that's how they lost their weight. I know, right? How dare they?
Well, when I did that in October, I wasn't drinking no alcohol. I had no carbs, and I was running every day, and I lost so much weight.
There is something to it, unfortunately, with throwing the booze into your diet. And the good news is today, though, I saw that there is a doctor somewhere that is saying he doesn't believe that the alcohol is going to affect the effects of the vaccine in your body. So if you're one of those people that's increased your consumption of alcohol during the pandemic, keep on drinking, baby.
That's what drinkers want to hear.
Yes, that's
Look,
the good news.
Some of us need it to keep our sanity.
The interesting thing is just how much I don't know, for lack of a better word, it's, I guess, the healthy alcohol market that is out there. For instance, like if you look at the seltzer market, it seems like every place, even breweries now, most breweries that I know of are doing their own hard seltzer because so many people want to get the effects of the alcohol, but they don't necessarily want the carbs and sugar that comes with a lot of the beers that are out there at the breweries and some of the other weight-gaining stuff from the other ones. I've seen that low-sugar margarita mixes are doing very well. In fact, they said that the margarita mix and hard seltzer market in 2019 was valued at $4.4 billion.
Wow.
And it's expected to grow at an annual rate of at least 16% all the way up until the year 2027. So that's why you see, I mean, how many beer brands now? It seems like everybody has their own hard seltzer, from Bud Lights to Coronas to everybody else is getting in the game.
And you are right, too. Some of them, like, now infused with electrolyte water or vitamins B, C, and D, and E, and F. And, like, they add all these vitamins so that when you're drinking it, you're like, well, it's practically a health food.
So they're basically making Gatorade with vodka, pretty much?
That's basically it, yeah. They have got, like, hard kombucha that people are out there. You get your gut health and a buzz. You got the electrolyte water like Virginia was talking about with some booze in it, and the CBD-infused spirits, they say, is a growing market.
Oh.
It's crazy. But they say the problem is, and they think where they might start cracking down, is they're marketing them with healthy labels. And they said, alcohol still is alcohol. Ultimately, you can't really put alcohol in anything. Like, are we going to have alcoholic milk?
That would be disgusting.
Yeah, it's called a White Russian, and it's delicious.
Why do you like White Russians? You're such an old lady.
So they think that the FDA might start cracking down on how they're using some of the labels because they are making you think that if I just drink this alcohol-infused whatever, I'm going to look fantastic and I'm going to have a sweet buzz.
Are they doing the same thing those other people do? So back in the day at the gas stations, you'd walk in and they'd have those lazy cakes or almost kind of like knockoff weed items, and then they'd be thrown off the market because there was something off. People were, getting all squirrely on them. But what they would do is they would just change one little ingredient in the whole concoction, and they were able to put it back out on the market. I wonder if that's what they're going to do.
Tiptoe and dance around it?
They tiptoe and they add or subtract one little thing to get through those little loopholes.
Yeah, I think that it sounds like what they want to start cracking down on is anytime you just slap alcohol into something, you can't slap also the healthy label on it. So that people are like going, and because the thing they're worried about is people might start justifying their alcoholism.
Well, this one's got all the vitamins and electrolytes, and this is...
Well, let's talk about B12.
I'm only a drug because of my quest to be so healthy.
I'm making smart choices.
Yeah, they say if you want to be health conscious, what you need to do is simply drink less. And what fun is that, huh?
Not a bit.
They say drink less and move more.
That's not fun at all. All right, well, I've got some fact or fiction here. How much do you know about your alcohol?
It's time to gain some knowledge. You learn more here than you would in college. We're the smartest radio station. We are the leaders in education. Is it truth? Is it lies? Kevin's the host. He's got beady eyes. Fact or fiction?
Okay. Does Virginia have an advantage? She loves booze so much, but I don't know. I think the bird loves it as well. How much do you know about it?
You love it too, big guy.
Oh, I do. You know I do. I'm a big fan of it. Okay, so what do you think here? Who knows the most about booze between Bird and Virginia? Fact or fiction, Virginia? We'll start with you. We get the word booze because back in the 1700s in Philadelphia, a man named E.G. Booze sold Booze brand whiskey. What do you think? Is that fact or fiction? The term booze came from E.G. Booze.
E.G. Booze sounds like a made-up name Kevin came up with.
See, to me, it sounds like such a realistic story.
Oh, gosh. I got no idea. I'm going to guess, and I'm going to say fiction.
Gonna go with fiction. No. That's where you get booze from. It's from E.G. Booze and his Booze brand whiskey.
Wow.
And then at some point, the name just came to mean generic alcohol. It's like a Band-Aid or make a Xerox copy.
What a great branding that guy had. We're still talking about that word now?
Booze.
Booze
Absolutely.
stuck.
From the 1700s till now. And it's from a guy's last name. That's where you get booze from, if you ever wondered. Fact or fiction here, Jay Bird. Lawyers were originally prohibited from drinking alcohol and could be suspended and even kicked out of their profession if they were caught hammered in public.
Yeah, that's definitely a fact.
Going to say that is definitely a fact. You heard of passing the bar?
I have.
What attorney would pass the bar? Dang. That's actually fiction.
Oh.
Yeah, in fact, they say there used to be a wooden bar in the courtroom to separate the judge and lawyers from the people sitting in the courtroom. So when they use the phrase passing the bar or the bar exam, that's where they got that from. It doesn't have to do with booze.
Could you imagine being all hammered defending somebody in court?
It'd be rough.
It would be really, there'd be fights galore.
All right, 2 questions in, 2 wrong answers. Let's go.
Okay, fact or fiction? What do you think here, Virginia? Johnny Walker. What is it? Johnny Walker Red? Is that what a lot of people drink?
There's black, there's red, there's blue.
Johnny Walker died from alcohol poisoning.
Dang.
Fact or fiction?
Johnny Walker did not die. I'm going to say fiction.
Going to say fiction. You are correct. In fact, Johnny Walker didn't drink. Dude did not drink alcohol.
That's funny.
What had happened was he inherited a liquor store from his father, and he sold his own brand of scotch called Walker's. And when his son inherited the store, he then named the whiskey after his dad, Johnny Walker.
Huh.
And so it used to just be called Walker's until his son took over. All right, fact or fiction here, Jay-Bird. No matter what brand it is, for whiskey to be called bourbon, it has to come from Bourbon County, Kentucky.
That, my friend, is Kentucky fiction.
That is Kentucky fiction, you're
Yes,
saying.
sir.
And you are correct.
Yes, we're back.
It is the origin of the drink's name, but it's not. What is it? Is that champagne or something like that? That's got to be from a certain area.
The region in France called Champagne.
Okay.
Oh.
Fact or fiction here, Virginia. Jägermeister was originally manufactured as a cough medicine.
Oh my gosh, it tastes like a cough medicine.
I feel like it could heal you if you're sick.
I'm going to say fact.
Yeah.
Gonna go fact. You are correct. Jägermeister, so if you got a little bit of the cough going on.
It tastes like medicine.
It's so gross.
It ain't my jam.
Me neither.
All right, and finally here, Jaybird, the Genie's bottle in that old TV show called I Dream of Jeannie was just a painted decanter of Jim Beam. You ever seen that? Remember the bottle from I Dream of Jeannie?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, this is without a doubt Kevin trickery. I know Kevin. I know how he tickles trickery bones.
Okay.
Fiction.
Fiction.
I know nothing.
Damn.
That is actually a fact.
Really?
Yeah, it is. That's what it was. It's kind of like that story about Mike Myers' mask in Halloween.
It is creepy, and it does look like William Shatner if you really look at it.
That's right. So there you go. Some interesting little factoids for you here today. Okay. Got some birthdays today. Big old shout out to Harry Styles. He is 27 years old today. Destined to be the biggest pop star on planet Earth, I believe. You've also got LC, Lauren Conrad from The Hills, turning 35 today.
Are you into the new Hills?
I watched it.
Yeah?
So yes.
Yes.
She can't deny her roots. You love it.
I did like the last season.
Okay.
Big Boy is 46, if you remember him from all
Shoney's?
No, different Big Boy. This is the rapper, not the burger guy.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Also, Michael C. Hall from Dexter. Choate's going to be coming back. He's turning 50 today, and Lisa Marie Presley is 53 years old as well. Got any birthdays you want to get on the KVJ show? You can let us know. Just send us the email, mail@kvjshow.com, mail @kvjshow.com. You guys excited for the weekend doing the Super Bowl halftime show coming up on Sunday?
No.
Okay.
I wish I was, but am I excited? Absolutely not.
No.
I mean, I'll watch it.
I'll watch it,
That might be
too.
the only part of the game I actually get into.
I don't know if there's anybody who's really had a bigger year than The Weeknd.
Yeah.
I know he did not get any Grammy nominations, but still, I think he had a pretty good year, right?
As long as he does my jam, that Star Boy is my favorite.
As long as you don't do a medley. I cannot stand medleys. I think they're stupid. I think they're dumb. Oh, let me hear 10 seconds of the song I like.
I don't know that he has enough songs to really do a medley.
Good.
And not to shortchange him. And I'm wondering because, he's got songs like Earn It that just doesn't seem like that would work, right?
I don't know. I just hate the medley, Kev.
Yeah, he's let me see if you're counting up he's got In Your Eyes. I wonder if that's one he'll do. I Feel It Coming. He's got Starboy that Virginia's gotta hear or she's gonna lose her marbles.
I'll put my foot through the TV if you don't play Star Boy.
You won't do it.
I'll be at your house, so yeah, I will.
You got Blinding Lights. You've got Heartless. I'm looking at about Pray For Me. Okay. I got about maybe 6.
6 would be enough for a halftime show.
Yeah. He's got to fill, 13 minutes,
Yeah,
I think?
that's enough to do it.
Okay. So I would imagine you're probably going to get almost full versions from him because he won't stick with the hits.
He may even go an extra minute or two longer on Starboy.
Oh, I hope so.
Little jam session.
You'd be very excited
I
about
would.
that.
I'd be giddy.
Mm-hmm. They say that a lot of people are going to be watching the Super Bowl alone. They say 23% of people say, I'm going to be all by myself. 8% say they're going to be attending a virtual Super Bowl party. Is it me or does that sound terrible?
It sounds so awful.
Oh, my gosh.
8%, huh?
Yeah, that's what they say. And fewer than 1 in 5 plan on hosting or attending a gathering this weekend. So less than 20% of people.
Yeah, one of my friends, and I'm only just kind of commenting on the social distancing kind of a thing. She posted a picture. She was at some kind of mudding event out in Orlando, and the picture looked to have about 400 people there. People were on their shoulders, high five. There wasn't a mask in the crowd, man.
Mudding,
doing all kind of stuff. And it looked like they were chicken fighting with each other, and nobody had any kind of...
They don't buy into that.
I don't think they buy into it. So to your point, I think people are going to be having Super Bowl parties and not care.
Yeah, I think the people that do have it, I think the 20% of people that do have Super Bowl parties, you're not going to see any masks or any kind of social distancing. It'll just look like any other year when they wind up having the party.
The picture I saw on her Facebook page looked like it was 2018. I mean, it looked like a party going on.
Some people are still living their life that way in the COVID era. What I thought was pretty amazing is Tom Brady. I wonder what the ratings are going to be like because all the big championships have been down. Whether you're talking NBA, Major League Baseball, even college football, ratings have been way off this last year. So the Super Bowl ratings going to be off.
Did they have big names in for the playoffs and the college and all that? It was the Buckeyes, right? Yeah, that should have brought in
Alabama.
Yeah, that should have brought in ratings.
I think some people were kind of sick of seeing the same teams kind of in there doing it, so that affected it. But the Miami Heat, they were in the NBA championship, taking on LeBron and the Lakers, and that did not do well. So, I don't know if it's been the matchups or if it's just the era or COVID or what's going on.
Something about Brady, though. People want to see him fail. People want to see him win. He's an old dog. Can he do it again?
He's polarizing.
He is.
And there's a lot of people putting money down on Brady and Tampa to win.
There's a lot of cool storylines going on with this. Like, for instance, and also, too, it's a Florida team. I know it's not South Florida, but with Tampa Bay in there, I think that some Floridians will want to see what happens. They say that if the Tampa Bay Buccaneers win, Tom Brady will become the only quarterback to win a ring in each of 3 decades. Only 2 other quarterbacks have won in 2 decades, and it was both the Manning brothers, Peyton and Eli, that won in 2 separate decades.
Do you want to get into some of this action? Do you want to put down a bet? Let's try to go big. Let's put down a chunk of money. Do we bet on Brady or do we bet against him? And we'll split the earnings.
That's a good one. I don't like to bet against Brady because he's a magical unicorn.
Didn't we just have a story last week in an email from a guy who bet against Brady and he was talking about how his life's falling apart because of it?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
But, I would be okay with betting for Patrick Mahomes.
All I'm saying is let's try to get a little action going on the Super Bowl to make it more exciting for us.
All right.
No? Yeah, all right.
I agree.
Do it. Ralston, you want in some of this action?
Not a chance.
Oh, we're going to win.
My money.
I can taste it, Virginia.
They say with the winner of the Chiefs, Tom Brady would join Peyton Manning as the only starting quarterback to win Super Bowls with 2 teams. That's a big part of the storyline. And remember when he left the Patriots? It was such a big thing, and he comes and says, Tampa Bay, I guarantee I'm going to get you to a Super Bowl, and look at him. He pays off in year 1.
He did. They're there. The reigning champion Chiefs are currently slight favorites, though, with a 3-point favorite, according to Sportsbook.
How much will we have to put down to get a big win? If we put down 500... Can we turn 500 into 10 large is what I'm asking.
Well, they'll let you know. It's all based on whatever the odds are. And those will shift possibly all the way up until game time, but that has to do with how much money you put down, how much you get back.
Okay, so we'd have to put 500 down on something that's a little of a long shot, Virginia, to get that 10 large.
I'm not really good at betting.
I mean, neither am I.
They have all those prop bets. You ever seen those? It's, weird things like how many TikTok videos will Patrick Mahomes' brother make in the course of the Super Bowl?
Yeah, those are fun too, but can you make any money on those?
I don't know.
What's the most you could make?
How long will the national anthem go?
Yeah.
And that's a fun bet, but can you really get big money on that?
You can bet on the coin toss. I mean, we can bet on all the stupid stuff. That's fun too.
Dude making the money's Tom Brady. When he came into this year, he signed a 2-year, $50 million deal with the Buccaneers in the offseason. And since the end of the regular season, he's also earned another $1.75 million for all the wins he's had so far in the postseason. And he gets $500K if he wins the Super Bowl.
Dang.
It's a good life, isn't it?
It's a nice little bonus.
It's nice.
It is. Yeah, it is. Food-wise, I don't know what you guys are going to eat, but I went to get my chicken wings at Publix, and I'm like, I probably cannot get these chicken wings next weekend.
Maybe you can pre-order them.
I'm wondering,
Do it now.
Publix got to let me know if I want to get because I love that chicken wing fix on the
My
weekends.
girlfriend did that with in the playoff games. She pre-ordered from Publix all this stuff.
If you order that today, you'll be fine for the Super Bowl.
Yeah, pre-order, prepay.
Got to put in early.
Yeah.
And then you go to bed knowing, oh man, I got them wings on the way.
Yeah. I
Super
want
Bowl
to have that
wings?
guarantee because you never know. It's hit or miss. Even now when I show up at the
Yeah,
Publix deli.
if you show up last minute, you ain't getting no wings.
No.
There's nothing worse when you just kind of misstep the big meal
You
for
don't think
the
it through.
big day. I did that
Yeah.
on Christmas. Nothing was open at the time, and I didn't have the right meal, and it sucked, man. I just didn't prepare.
I hear you. Yeah, I get so excited for those weekend meals. I'm like, I think about it all week. What am I going to eat?
You get me all jacked up about the Super Bowl now.
Yeah.
Just because of the food.
Now I start talking about food. Now you're excited.
Don't forget, you're on a diet.
Damn it.
But he's doing great, Virginia.
Lost down 2 pounds.
He's down 2 pounds in 3 weeks. They say that Americans are projected to eat a record number of chicken wings, even this year during the Super Bowl. 1.42 billion chicken wings.
I find myself with each year that passes of my life loving chicken wings more and more.
Yeah, I don't know if they're making them yummy or what. I'm the same way.
I love them so much. I've always loved them.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as you start talking about them, I get like that watery mouth.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, it kind of makes me grossed out thinking about you eating chicken wings. I know how you eat hot dogs, and you're going to be so animalistic with it.
You know how I eat hot dogs drunk.
Ugh.
There's a big difference.
What a non-sexy thing, Kevin.
Eating hot dogs.
You made me really hate hot dogs.
They say Buffalo Wild Wings, too, are going to be giving everybody in the U.S. free wings if the Super Bowl goes into overtime. But that has only happened once back in 2017, so your odds aren't good, but you could get free wings.
Fat Kevin, if I may have a word with you.
Oh, sure.
The Buffalo Wild Wings, how good are they? I've never had them before.
They're decent. The thing that's fun about them is they have such a variety of sauces.
Ooh.
You can get a whole sauce menu. So many options.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, that makes it fun. I thought this was a rather interesting story about why they don't put new shows really on after the Super Bowl anymore. They've had a few that really kind of tanked and didn't go anywhere. And so they kind of started a trend. It was back in the mid to late 90s. They started putting different shows on. And after they had a few shows that they tried to launch that just were duds, they said, why don't we just take a hit already that we'd like to put into the stratosphere? And they credit the Super Bowl with really launching Friends into the stratosphere back in 1996.
Same thing happened with The Office. The Office had a episode after the Super Bowl, went through the roof on ratings, and their popularity became to soar.
So that kind of started out, and NBC was doing that, where they were taking a show they knew already that was good, and they said, let's make it great. And they've made some shows that were performing well into the monsters that they are. Now, what I thought was kind of interesting was, I don't really remember the Friends episode that happened after the Super Bowl in 1996, but they wanted to do something that would bring people in who didn't know the show. So they got all these star cameos lined up, like Julia Roberts and Brooke Shields and Jean-Claude Van Damme and Chris Isaac, all made an appearance on that hour-long Friends episode. And I was just reading an article where they were talking about all the things that came out of that episode from the people who created it. Like one thing, Julia Roberts started dating Matthew Perry after they recorded that together.
Interesting.
If you remember all the way back. And she's like, Chandler, Matthew Perry, he's so funny. And the guy who wrote the lines for Chandler was all upset, saying, I wrote those lines. He said, I feel like Cyrano de Bergerac or whatever his name is. He's
but
like,
you're ugly and you're a writer.
Right.
And you're not Matthew Perry.
That was it. So he got Matthew Perry actually with Julia Roberts because she was so impressed with how quippy and funny he was. And the guy's like, I wrote those lines.
Sorry, bruh. That's just how the cookie crumbles.
The other thing that I thought was interesting, Brooke Shields actually got her own TV show because of how well she did on that Friends episode. Suddenly Susan was a show that ran for 4 seasons. And it was all because they saw her potential to do comedy. She'd never really done it before. But what they said was interesting. She showed up with her husband at the time, Andre Agassi. And Brooke Shields was playing a stalker, Matt LeBlanc's stalker. And he finally just says, forget it, and goes out to dinner with his stalker. And during dinner, she grabs his hand and starts licking his fingers. Well, I guess Brooke Shields didn't tell Andre Agassi that she was going to be doing that, and I guess that was one of the big problems in their marriage was he was super jealous.
Oh.
So Andre Agassi rips Brooke Shields aside right after the set and is berating her. He's like going, how dare you? That's so disrespectful to me that you would be licking his fingers and da-da-da. What an embarrassment I am.
Whoa,
And
Andre, we're not in the court.
yeah, and he lost his mind. She starts crying.
Oh,
and
my.
they're like, oh, the whole production of Friends is going down the tube. So all the girls had to rally behind Brooke Shields.
What a mess.
And comfort her and try to bring her back down so that she could finish the taping.
Is that during the time when he had the long hair? Probably, right?
I don't remember.
Think
whatever
about
that was in '96.
If you're Brooke Shields and you know your husband has this wig that where he's got this fake mullet that he wears and he's yelling at you in this fake mullet, that's gotta be insane for you.
It'd be tough if that was what was going on.
As your finishing move, you snatch that mullet wig off of his head.
That's what you gotta do.
And step on it in front of everybody.
They also said, Jean-Claude Van Damme, he was kind of on the way down, but they invited him in anyway, and he was going to be playing kind of a mutual love interest of Courtney Cox and Jennifer Aniston. They said, first of all, he showed up 4 hours late.
Oh.
He didn't know any of his lines, was unprepared. And then he had a kissing scene with both Courtney Cox and Jennifer Aniston, and they both had to go to the director and be like, can you get him to stop jamming his tongue down my throat?
Oh.
Van Damme.
Good
Van don't.
Lord.
Van Damme you.
He needed to be grateful and act appropriate.
He wasn't, no.
He's late and he's all aggressive kissing. He's probably doing that snake move.
Yeah. Not at all. So that was a big hit for Friends back in the day. 50 million viewers. Watch that.
Wow.
And they said, we know in today's era you're not going to get 50 million people watching a TV show. But half of the audience of the Super Bowl stuck around and watched that episode. And now it's a big deal. And look at Friends. It's still airing on HBO Max, making tons of money. And they're going to be doing that reunion special in March.
You're right.
I like finding out the drama on stuff when it was filmed and who didn't like each other. And
right.
Who was mad. Someone's licking fingers.
Who was doing what. So maybe that special will be a lot more of that kind of stuff. Coming up here in a couple minutes, it right now is the biggest show on Netflix, their biggest show ever, Bridgerton. But we kind of noticed it didn't seem like a lot of guys were watching Bridgerton. So I gave a challenge to all the dudes here on the show to just see how you did with it. So we took the Bridgerton challenge. Did any other guys take this, and how did our guys do with it? We'll find out next.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
Just to let you know, you're talking about laying down a bet on the Super Bowl coming up. If you do, and you bet Tampa Bay straight up to win and place $500 down, you would win $725 if you take the 3 points.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So
All
that's
right.
what you would make.
I'd love to talk to that person. I want to run a bunch of different scenario bets with them and see what would fit for me in Virginia.
Okay.
'Cause I think Virginia's going all in with me. I don't think we got the Ralstons' money yet.
Oh, no. Because you got to ask Kim Ralston.
Yeah,
She ain't giving
I
you
don't
a
do any
dime.
sports betting at all. Did it once, turned out terrible. I swore it off for life.
I sent you an article or a little story about they got betting. They're making it really easy now for people to bet. It's you can download it on an app, and then all you do is hit a button, and you're placing betting and bets in Vegas, Virginia.
Wow.
It's that easy.
Yeah, it's taken off. A lot of states are legalizing the sports betting, and it's probably just a matter of time before every state in the United States is going to allow it.
You don't have to know a guy through your shady cousin.
Yeah, you have to know Vinny that lives uptown.
Yeah.
But I can see people getting all hammered up, and I think I'll bet on this today. Bet on that.
The app is dangerous.
That is dangerous.
And somebody to let you know that Publix will make you those chicken wings any day. You call before you go there. I do that with popcorn chicken. So if you're worried about getting your chicken wings this weekend, I just got to make sure that I'm aware, because sometimes I might get them Friday, Saturday. I just got to be like, okay, there's going to be a rush on chicken wings this weekend.
You want to make sure, too, you time it out, too, so the wings aren't too old either. You know, 1 day wing versus a 2 day wing, it's a big difference.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Yeah, you want them to be like hot and fresh.
Yeah.
Just cooked.
There's nothing like when you get them right out. And that's the toughest thing. You ever get food and it's so hard to wait till you get home to actually dig in?
I lead the league in burnt mouth.
Man.
Oh, I will eat that chicken in the car as I'm driving and don't care.
Mm-hmm. Well, there is a big show that is on Netflix called Bridgerton. It has broken the 1 month record for the amount of streams and minutes watched. As we started doing a little bit of a deeper dive, I realized, okay, this is pretty much like a chick show, and somebody had said that there's a lot of love scenes in it. We heard a little bit of the soundtrack, and what they've done is they've taken a lot of contemporary popular songs, and they just made them sound classical. It's done by Shonda Rhimes, who has done so many successful shows for ABC and other outlets. She seems to be the best of the best when it comes to writing. And so I'm not surprised that Bridgerton is hitting the mark. The ladies in my family have watched it, enjoyed it. But I got to tell you, I try with an open mind, and I did not do well on the Bridgerton challenge.
How much time did you give it, though? Because I can see you, like, getting annoyed and maybe giving it 5 minutes and then just huffing and puffing out of the room.
About 6. It just was. I mean, I really tried. I could see that where it was going.
You got to let it develop a little bit.
To his point, I like girl stuff sometimes. Sometimes I'll watch it and I can get into it.
Yeah.
I wasn't dreading it. And even for me, I didn't know what the hell was going on.
Right.
It's in a different time period, Virginia. Everyone's British. I'd watched 40 minutes of it. I didn't know what the hell was going on. I can't do this. Granted, I did have a belly full of peanut butter whiskey in my tummy.
Oh, no.
Okay, yeah, tough to
She was all drunk on chick whiskey, trying to watch a chick show.
I had some Fireball, too.
Oh, my
So you had all
gosh.
the chick drinks ready to go.
You might have sprouted ovaries after all that.
It's doing my hair, Kevin.
Anybody else check out Bridgerton this weekend? No. Okay.
I finished
Thumbs
Bling.
down.
I finished Bling Empire, which is some more chick programming.
It's tough.
That was good.
I almost hit play for that because I know you're watching it, and I wanted to have some kind of common bond with you. I didn't have the heart to do it, man. After Bridgerton, I'm not watching this Bling show.
I need to watch some man shows.
Yeah, they're doing a lot of that kind of programming on Netflix, though. And the ladies are loving it. Coming up here in a couple of minutes, time to do some column outs here for a Monday. Appreciate all the emails that we got, including one that was rather amusing. It was off of the Nextdoor app, and somebody got all upset because somebody started blasting Karen, and Karen took offense and got all upset and started yelling back at this guy, not understanding that Karen is just a term. She thought she was getting called out on the
It was directed to her specifically.
Yes.
And it's not.
And she defends herself, and the confusion that follows is pretty priceless. We got that for you coming up in minutes. And your call them outs, too. You can text them into us, 877-979-WRMF.
Drama, you got drama and you gotta tell all. You love to complain about your pain. Hey, you're Facebook fishing.
Going to get to the column outs coming up here in just a minute. Right now, though, we've got a pretty fun little column out that happened on Nextdoor that somebody had done a screenshot of and sent it to us, causing a bunch of confusion over the name Karen. It all started with a post, a blast from Jack. J-Bro, I'll have you play the role of Jack.
Whoa, very big opening.
I will play the role of Karen here today. Virginia, you are Lauren, and Denny's, you'll be Nigel.
Nigel.
Oh, he definitely is British.
Well, I think because of Bridgerton, maybe this should be British.
Everyone.
I don't know. It's up to Kevin.
Might be a little much. Yeah.
So we can't be British? All right.
You can be British. Go ahead.
I don't want to be British if it's going to annoy you.
Kevin doesn't want to be British.
We won't be British.
No, be
But
British.
you can be British, but he doesn't want to.
Okay.
So he's telling you to
let's
do
do
it, but don't force British on Kevin.
Dear Karen, what's wrong with you? You might think you own that extra wide sidewalk along Flagler, but you don't. I pay taxes too. I can ride my bicycle on the sidewalk if I choose, as long as I follow county and city ordinances. By yielding to pedestrians and giving an audible signal as I pass you. I checked with West Palm Beach Police Department and with the county to be sure. In addition, I was about to say good morning like a normal human being until you rudely jumped in my S-bomb, overriding on the sidewalk. So now I'm going to ride my bike down your way every day from now on, and my audible signal for you will be get the F out of my way. See you on the sidewalk, Karen.
Oh, Jack, who the hell are you? I have no idea what you're even talking about. But since you've threatened me, I will be calling the police on you.
Karen, I just think he's using the term Karen. I don't think he's specifically talking to a Karen. Don't stress over this.
Here comes Nigel. Oh, this is priceless. Karen's going to Karen even when they're not involved.
How am I not supposed to stress over this? I'm being accused of something that I've not done, and my good name, Karen, is being dragged through the mud.
Whoa, Karen, you got to calm down.
I have been falsely accused, and I've got to calm down? I recently moved to this neighborhood from Boca because I was sick of all the fighting with neighbors there. I will not let this start up again. I will be vindicated.
Karen, they're right. Calm down. Just stay to the right with your group. Look up from your phone occasionally. Stop wearing noise-canceling headphones. Wear a mask, and we will all get along.
I don't have a group, nor do I walk. You're crazy, and you look like a total a-hole on here.
Oh.
You, my friend, are the one who is crazy.
No.
Boy, this is truly unbelievable.
It is truly unbelievable. Jack, you owe me an apology, or I will send you to prison. I have been wrongfully accused.
And for every Karen who tries to insist that they're not crazy and don't deserve the reputation, you have 5 of this Karen ruining it all for you on next door. It's very tough to stay British.
Are you drinking again, Nigel?
I'm trying, man.
Nigel's drunk.
It's a long sentence.
Exactly. Can we get social media platforms to adopt a Karen filter?
Okay, very nice. So what acting we have here today? For this?
That was fun.
Yes.
How long do you think the audience would be able to listen to our show if we constantly stayed British?
Not long.
Geez.
Yeah.
We lost a lot just right there.
Yeah. It's definitely hard to listen to.
It's fun to do, though.
It's fun to do for like 30 seconds.
Thank you very much for the post that you screenshotted and sent in.
The people are calling out Denny. He's like, dude, you sound Australian.
Dang.
It's so hard.
Right, no
Their
worries.
neighbors.
We got some other call 'em outs here today. This one is an email that was sent in, and they want to know who ditches a little old lady. Exactly. It said here in the email, I'm in line behind a little old lady at Target. She's social distancing from the guy in line in front of her, giving much respect to the coronavirus. And some jackass jumps in front of her in line. And she says very nicely in her little old lady voice, I think that I was next. He says, no, I was already here. Uh-oh, this is about to go bad because I'm not the one. You can't disrespect a senior citizen in front of me and expect me not to say anything. But before I roll past her to call him a punk, and she had no idea that I even might, she sweetly said, well, what goes around comes around. It's okay. Her calmness and zen really showed me something. She made me better in the moment. Thank you, little old lady.
That's adorable.
Isn't that adorable?
But did she really cut that guy? Was she second or she was really first?
The old lady was next. He cut her.
Yeah.
And she should have grabbed him by the back of the head and slammed him into the conveyor belt.
I don't know if her grip would have. Not the old lady, the other
one. Yeah, the younger girl, the spry one.
Mm-hmm. So there you go. All right. If there is anybody that you need to call out for their bad behavior, you can do that. 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763. And you can also do it if anybody has any good behavior as well. Now, if you see somebody ditching a little old lady Virginia in public, do you go and do you say something to them?
Yeah. Oh, what do you think?
Definitely. Well, because she's an old lady herself, they have to stand up for each other.
Yeah. I think the lines and the distancing and those little things they put on the floors are really not having much effect on some people.
They're not. No one listens to them, including myself. I forget they're there, to be quite honest with you.
He's accidentally rude.
I am accidentally rude, yes.
Somebody texted in and said, yeah, I want to call out the guy at Universal who was right behind me, like maybe a foot or two. And they didn't back up when I asked nicely. And they're like, you know what? COVID's a joke. Get over it, snowflake.
Oh, jeez. Where was this at?
Universal.
Oh
man.
My gosh.
Yeah, I went over to Home Goods over the weekend, and it looked like There was 8 billion people there. Just.
God, you really wish that, like, the COVID's a joke guy gets the worst, most awful case of COVID. I mean, if anybody deserves COVID, it's the COVID is a joke guy, right?
I don't. That sounds very witch-like, almost like you're putting a curse. I don't want to be involved in that.
Yeah, I am putting a curse.
For the COVID is a joke guys, I need to talk to Suits here. They just had a big race in Daytona over the weekend, and they're getting ready for the 500. It is coming up later this month. And they just announced Daytona is not going to be undone by that silly little Super Bowl, because this is the Super Bowl of NASCAR, Virginia.
Oh.
The Super Bowl in Tampa, what are they doing, 22,000, I believe?
Yeah, but watch, the number's going to go up. It went up already from 17 to 22, and oh, wow, somehow there's like 30 now.
Well, the Daytona 500 is taking no chances. They have already announced that they're going to have 30,000 fans at the 500 later this month.
That number's going to keep going up.
Oh, yeah.
It's a huge stadium, though. That's the one thing they got going for them. It's got 101,000 seats.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, 30,000, I think they can social distance pretty good, but when they were here last August and they had fans, it looked like a lot more than 30,000 was in those grandstands. It looked like it was easily 60.
Whenever you have money and people in control of the money and the tickets, guess what? There's going to be some shady stuff.
The Daytona 500, too, is the most expensive ticket you can get of the NASCAR season. It's the biggest race of the year. I mean, you want a 4-day ticket like for the event, you're going to spend $700, $800 for a good seated ticket. You know? A single-day ticket starts at over $100, which, I mean, compared to the Super Bowl, it's nothing. But in the terms of getting a ticket for a NASCAR race, Daytona is about as expensive as it gets.
Okay.
So if they can fit extra people in there, they're going to try.
And here's the biggest joke. They say that COVID protocols, including health screenings, temperature checks, and required face coverings for everyone is going to be happening at the Daytona 500. Do you think everyone is going to be wearing facial coverings during the race?
Because there's a lot of COVID as a joke, guys.
There's a lot of them in that crowd.
A lot.
I don't think that they make you wear them in your seats.
Okay.
They're kind of like a restaurant when you do it. They separate them. Like I was looking at some of the ticket things.
Basically,
and
you got to wear the mask to get in the
But if you
game.
get up, you have to wear the mask. They'll tell you to put the mask on if you go to the concession stand or something like that.
Okay.
I think that's how they're going to do it.
Are you going to go?
I couldn't get a ticket.
Gotcha.
They were already sold out. I don't know if you guys saw, they ran a 24-hour race at Daytona over the weekend, and one of the drivers got a positive COVID test in the middle of the race and had to be pulled from the lineup.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, he because a lot of people come internationally for that. He had to get a test to fly back out of the country to go home. So they took the test on Saturday after the race had started, and then they had to finish the race down a driver, that team, which actually they won. But yeah, they lost a driver because they had a positive COVID test in the middle of the 24-hour race.
Dang, okay.
It's pretty wild.
All right. Well, anybody else that you need to call out? We do have some positive call-em-outs coming up here in just a matter of minutes. 877-979-9763 next. Got some positive call-outs. People are just doing it right in life. The kind of people that set the example for what you should do rather than what you shouldn't do. There's a cool story about a high school principal in South Carolina that took on a part-time job at a Walmart, stocking shelves from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. 3 nights a week, and he donated his paycheck to those in need.
Wow.
His name is Henry Darby, and he's the principal at North Charleston High School, and he said, I was taught that if your hands find something to do, do it. And now his example has led to close to $100,000 in donations from all over the country, and Walmart has now themselves donated $50,000 to North Charleston High School.
That's beautiful.
So, see what happens when you lay the path of positivity, other people will follow. So good job for that. There's a cute little story of a McDonald's drive-thru in England that wouldn't serve this guy and his kid because they didn't have a car. So there's a 12-year-old that saw what was going on and jumped out of his parents' car and gave the kid his Happy Meal.
Aww.
Isn't that nice?
I love that.
And boy, I tell you, if this can happen, anything can happen. Israel's giving Palestine 5,000 doses of the COVID-19 vaccine to help them vaccinate their frontline doctors and nurses.
Beautiful.
So there you go. That is a great example. Also, there's still more going on with the whole Reddit stock market. They're moving on from one thing to the next. They say also, too, some of the Reddit nerds who made money off that GameStop fiasco last week, are paying it forward. There's a guy in Texas that used his profits to buy 10 Nintendo Switches that he donated to children's hospitals in Dallas.
Beautiful.
And another guy dropped off 6 of them at a children's hospital in Minnesota. So they're doing the right stuff there. And they say that this whole GameStop thing is going to be turned into a movie.
Yes.
I could see that.
Yeah. I was reading a story about, I guess, the guy that got it going. He's like a 32-year-old dad of a 2-year-old, and he has a YouTube channel, and he's the one that kind of started it off, and he made like $33 million, something like that. Off
Dang.
Of it.
That's unbelievable.
It's crazy, right? Life-changing money. And they say that Reddit mania is now spreading to the precious metals market. Silver futures surged as much as 8.5% above $29 last night. It was a 5-month high for that, and that follows a 6% rally last week. So it's still early, but they're trying to, I guess, pick up silver futures.
They're trying to make silver happen?
Yes. It's kind of what it is. They're trying to make silver.
Well, I mean, they certainly did it for GameStop.
Yeah.
If these same people do the same rally, I think they could pretty much be a kingmaker of any stock.
Well, if they do this, can they just keep going from one stock to the next, and
I don't know.
That's it? Yeah, I don't know a ton about it, but they're apparently trying to continue the love into silver. All right, think fast. Gotta get your mind up and cranking here today. I'll give you a topic here. You gotta come up with an answer that makes sense. First person through to do that gets the point. Okay, first topic we got here. A birthstone that starts with the letter S.
Sapphire.
Oh. V. Bam.
I wouldn't know that if we weren't even playing Think. If you just gave me a quiz on gems and stones.
I am the voice of Diamonds Direct. They also have sapphires.
I'm an opal guy, so.
I like rubies.
Did you say boobies?
They sound like boobies.
Rubies?
Rubies? I'll take 2.
Okay, what about this? Think fast. A place where people read that starts with the letter T.
Train station.
No!
Okay. All right, why
Oh, bird. Too much peanut butter whiskey this weekend.
not? Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it good?
I don't even know.
Oh, boy.
You don't even know.
Oh, boy.
If you asked me today, no, it
It
wasn't
was
very
not
good.
good. Not good, huh? Okay, think fast. Virginia up 2-0. Something you'd find in Grandpa's medicine cabinet that starts with the letter A.
Advil.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
All right, cool.
I was going to say anal cream, but that didn't feel right.
I was going to say a leave.
Don't feel bad, because I was going to go with ass cream.
Okay. Antacid.
Why are we all on A's then? Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's A. Jeez. I'm not thinking fast today, by the way.
Are you okay?
He just did a bong rip. It's not his fault. That's the weed talking.
I got told we got to think fast. I ran in here.
Think of grass.
Okay, Denny's on the board. Virginia's got 2. Something you might put in coffee that starts with the letter C.
Creamer.
What did you say?
Creamer.
My God.
Sorry, I got excited. I guessed Kevin's word. I knew you were going to say C.
Okay, all right, we'll do it.
Birds on the board. So back up.
Wow.
He's so intense, Kevin.
I don't send me no emails that I'm annoying. I know.
I'm sending it right now. Send.
Okay, Bird on the board. Virginia with a 2-1 lead. All right, fact or fiction or think fast here. Sorry, he's got me rattled with screaming.
Yeah, he does.
Good.
Rattles you quick.
Okay, a board game ending with the letter...
Wait, ending?
Yes.
Oh, geez. I don't even know if I can wrap my head around this.
Ending?
All right, give
All
it.
right, I'll make it easy.
No, do it now. We're cool.
You can, we're just flipping the script, okay?
Okay, let's see if you can do it with ending.
Ooh.
A board game ending with the letter P.
Mousetrap.
No!
Oh, he did it.
Do another one.
That's impressive.
That's
Okay,
so
I didn't know if you guys
hard.
would be able to do it.
Do another one.
Okay.
That's so difficult.
Oh, that's pretty good. Okay, name a day of the week that ends in Y.
Monday.
Oh, you damn it. I get excited like a dummy. I got this. Do I get the point?
Okay. Denny's with 2, Virginia 2, Bird 1. All right. Bird, you got to get this to stay in. This could be it. If Bird gets it, we continue on. If not, it's game over and think fast. Okay, a movie category that starts with the letter F.
Fiction.
Oh, gosh.
What'd you say? Fiction? That's a book category. What'd you say, Denny or Jaybird?
Fans. Like a fan-made movie. Fan-made movies, very popular on YouTube.
No.
Foreign?
Foreign, Denny's.
Foreign is a better answer.
Yep.
I just couldn't.
If you go into a Blockbuster,
Blockbuster's dead.
or if you look on a website. Yeah. What was your answer?
Fan-made's a category.
It's over, Pumpkin.
I watch Star Wars fan-made movies all the time.
It's over.
Kevin says it's over.
Family? What also?
Family.
That's the one we're looking for there. Damn it. Okay, Denny's, even after a bong rip, winds up taking the win.
Whoa.
Whoa, man. That's pretty good. Coming up here in just about maybe 10 or so minutes, we're going to find out how Virginia did with her little mission to spy on a family member over the weekend. I believe you went out and went incognito. You said you're going to put on a disguise.
Oh, I did. I had my disguise. I had the wig. I had a mom co-conspirator with me. We had a designated driver. It was a whole thing.
Oh, okay. You spy better with a buzz?
Always. It's
Okay.
Friday night.
Okay. All right. So Virginia's going to give us a little recap.
You getting some peanut butter whiskey too? I still feel sick, by the way.
You know how much sugar is in that?
Yeah,
Oh,
a lot.
It's a lot.
And did you pair it with anything, or was it just straight shots of
Ice.
I paired it with Tahitian treat.
Oh.
And I don't think I've ever had a worse hangover in my life. Tahitian, that's all I had.
Oh, that sugar.
Oh, it was bad.
Yeah.
Oh, the worst headache.
That'll rock you. I thought this is rather interesting. The characteristics of Gen Z. Virginia, you and I both have a Gen Z in our houses.
Okay.
They're between the ages of 7 and 25.
Okay. All right. So Mags.
Yeah, if you want to know what a Gen Z is. And they kind of broke down what the personality profile is of someone who is in Gen Z. This is the generation after the millennials. They say that the Gen Z is actually a lot like Gen X, and I guess it makes sense because we're the Gen X, Virginia, and we're their parents.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
You do have the influence.
Yeah, they say that they reflect many of the same characteristics of their parents, and they say millennials are more like baby boomers.
Huh.
In the same respect. They say that Gen Z knows diversity. They've grown up in a diverse world, and that's all they know. Neither race, sexual orientation, or religion are identifying characteristics that you've seen in previous generations, and I guess that's great news. People are just people to Gen Z. It doesn't matter. They won't judge. However, Gen Z is more likely to judge someone for what you are rather than for who you are. And isn't that the way it should be?
Absolutely.
They say the one thing that you're seeing with Gen Z, it's all about technology. Because when they were born, they had not only just technology, but they had the good stuff. Millennials, I think, probably had to deal with flip phones, right, when they were kids? So they had an advancement. Their iPods weren't nearly as cool as the phones you have now.
There's an age group that's kind of a weird, it's like there's like a 5-year period where people who were born in this one time got to see, they were not really on the computer wavelength, and then they got into the computer wavelength, and it's kind of a weird little absence that not everyone has it.
They say because of the technology, Gen Z is used to instant gratification. So they basically need to have any of their desires paid off immediately.
Patience.
Mm-hmm. They say that Gen Z is financially focused. They actually view their job as a means to an end. Unlike their millennial counterparts who often need to love what they do, Gen Z understands that work is performed just for financial reasons. They'll readily accept employment that provides a steady income and necessary benefits, even if it isn't their dream job. And a lot of times they can't relate with anybody who would be in a career or I'm going to be with a company or in a job for 20 or 25 years. Nick, why would you do that? They're all about switching, changing, making some money, and then moving on and paying what they got to pay and then living life.
But I love it here.
They say Gen Z prefers independence. A key differentiator between Gen Z and their millennial counterparts is Gen Z's preference to work independently. Millennials want collaboration. Let's do a team project together. Gen Z would rather work alone. They say they want to be heard. Gen Z has strong opinions, and they need to be heard, whether it be in the workplace. They believe they should be an equal contributor. They believe their ideas are just as valuable as ideas from members of other generations. We need to be heard. And they say your Gen Zer is individualistic in their focus with a certain level of skepticism, but they're relatively optimistic even if they aren't overtly trusting. They're skeptical but optimistic, Virginia.
Okay.
Do any of these descriptions sound like your Magnolia?
Yeah, I mean, I think she's still developing into what she's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
She seems to have a pretty good head on her shoulders.
Okay, so you still felt the need to go spy on her over the weekend.
I just wanted to see what was going on.
Okay.
I mean, it was just, it was too much, too much fun opportunity to go be a spy.
It was her and a bunch of friends with some hotel rooms, correct, on Friday night?
Yeah, so it was one of her little girlfriends was turning 16, and so they had a dinner in Jupiter at a nice restaurant, a little group of her and her girlfriends. Mags got invited. And then after their little dinner, then they were going to go back to the hotel where there was 2 rooms, and the girls were going to do a sleepover there at the hotel.
Okay.
So, you know, me, I like to be nosy and see what's going on and sniff around.
Mm-hmm.
I recruited one of my other mom friends who also had a daughter going on the dinner and hotel excursion. And so she was like, all right, I'll come over around 7, and then we'll, as soon as the girls get to the hotel, we'll go over there and start spying on them.
Okay.
Now, my friend volunteered to be the designated driver, so we were all good on that front. I told her to get there and come ready to put on a wig. We're going to go in disguises.
Mm-hmm.
I had on an outfit that Magnolia had never seen before. It was like just awful. And I put on a cowboy hat. I had blue hair. Like, it did not look like me.
Right.
And this mom friend, who's very conservative, agreed to put on the wig, but she was apprehensive about it. She was like, I don't know, this wig, this is not really me. She felt uncomfortable.
So she was uncomfortable with your goofy plan.
Yes, because she's like normal. She's like a normal mom who actually cares about her reputation. She's not running through the neighborhood like me, looking like I got daddy issues. She's actually normal.
Okay, so you've recruited a loony person to go out here with you on Friday night.
So she comes over, we put her in the wig, but she's real apprehensive. So I'm like, let me loosen her up a little bit. I'll give her some Fireball. We'll start having some Fireball shots.
Okay.
And then she'll jump on board.
If you want to be sneaky and incognito, it seems like a great play.
Absolutely. You got to loosen her up.
Yeah.
So we sit down and we're watching the girls on Life 360. We can see where they are. They're at the restaurant. They're still at the restaurant. We're drinking Fireball shots. They're still at the restaurant. They were at the restaurant until about midnight.
So where were you? You were in the parking lot?
No, we were at my house drinking Fireball, waiting for them to leave the restaurant to go to the hotel.
And what time did you start the Fireball?
7.
Oh my gosh. So 5 hours later, you've been doing Fireball and now you're ready to go.
So your friend's doing it too?
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy.
And our designated driver actually said, no, you guys actually can't go anywhere. You're a mess. You're going to be trouble. Something bad's going to happen. And so he made us go to bed.
It didn't happen?
It didn't happen.
Oh, man.
It got shut down.
Oh my goodness. Well, do you know what happened? What was Magnolia's story the next day? Did she say anything? Because, I mean, obviously you got to be worried. Okay, boys are going to come over here to the hotel. Who knows what kind of stuff could happen at that age?
They claimed they were good. Some of the other moms actually FaceTimed with their daughters, and they were just making sure that there was no boys over there. And those moms said there was no boys.
Yeah. Can't pull a fast one on mom, huh? What if the boys are all just hiding in the closet?
Of course.
Yeah.
Or under the bed.
Okay.
Try not to make any noise as they're holding the kegs.
Yeah, I just didn't expect them to stay in that restaurant so long. I thought they would leave by like 8:30.
No, that's what old people do. They want to get home so they can take a nap. These are young kids.
They stayed in the restaurant. I was like, oh my gosh.
And so it was 2 rooms, is that right?
They got 2 rooms.
Uh-huh.
And a friend of mine knows the general manager at that hotel. So I had my friend call over there and get them upgraded. So they actually had 2 suites with a balcony and a water view. Like, they got hooked up. But because my friend hooked him up, I knew exactly which room it was.
Yeah. How many boys?
I don't think there was any boys. I don't think there was any boys.
Denial is a beautiful thing.
But they have boyfriends or friends that are boys that have their driver's license.
These kids are smarter and have more energy than you. You're old. You lost the game. You
And you've been drinking Fireball for 5
You
hours.
can't even make it out of the house. You got to be put to bed. You don't have what it takes anymore.
Maybe you're right.
Why did they get the rooms? What was that all
It was her birthday, and she wanted to have a big sleepover at her house.
Yeah.
But her mama had company,
Okay.
so they couldn't have a sleepover at the house.
Okay. So no calls from the hotel. Everything seemed to be calm.
I was texting with Mags, texting with her at midnight,
Uh-huh.
and she said everything was cool. But next time I got to do a better job.
Well, it's good to know, at least for Mags, that you know exactly what to do. Stay at the restaurant late because there's no way Mom can maintain sobriety that long.
Mom can't stay up.
Yeah. Mom ain't going to stay up. Okay. Well, how many other parents are out there actually spying on their kids? Is this something you do, or you just use yourself the app to do it?
I had the binoculars and everything.
Oh, boy. Virginia was ready. Is anybody as crazy as Virginia? I'm just kind of curious. Parents, you can let us know. 877-979-WRMF here at the KVJ Show.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
Moms spying on their kids. Is it effective? Is it a good idea? And if it is, how do you master it? Casey here from Tamarack. You say that you have been in the bushes with your kids before, Casey?
My kids, my husband. Yeah, I pretty much have 20 years of experience being in the bushes.
This is my kind of girl right here.
What advice would you give to a rookie who has never really truly spied on anybody? How are you successful? What is your disguise? And how do you get the best information possible?
I haven't really gotten the wig on and everything like Virginia has. I just kind of go when I know that they're not going to be expecting it. You find a good bush or a good big car to park behind, and you just stake them out. Watch what they're doing.
Have you discovered anything revealing in any of your expeditions?
Yeah, back probably about 22 years ago when I was first dating my husband, I've been pretty successful in finding dirt. But my 16-year-old, God bless him, he's a good boy. He's focused on football, so he's out there with the boys just throwing the ball around.
Okay. All right. Well, good for you. So there you go. Apparently, some moms are doing it. Thank you very much, Casey.
Bigfoot is real, baby. Bigfoot is real.
That's right.
Yeah.
I love it.
Getting that shot out there.
My girlfriend said, I'm already spying on my toddler when she's at school at the playground. They have the cameras now, and I find myself watching it for hours and hours.
Right. I get that tendency.
Yeah.
Well, you might.
You just want to know what's going on.
Autumn says here that your mom spied on you once on a date, Autumn, and you busted her?
I didn't bust her. It's more like I got home, tried to lie about what happened on the date, and she called me out. So my mom admitted to spying on me.
How did she spy on you?
But it gets worse.
Okay.
She borrowed my neighbor's car because I was going on a date with my neighbor's son.
Smart. Mm-hmm.
And she just parked nearby and just watched us. I'm like, Mom, really? But it gets worse. Ever since I was 15 years old, my mom has run a full background check on every guy I have ever dated.
Wow. How about that?
I don't hate that, though.
I don't either. I mean, that's what a mama's job is, to protect their babies.
You should be doing background checks. It's crazy out there.
Come on.
Did she ever find anything in one of those background checks that she didn't like and said, you're not seeing him because of what I found?
One time, I was 19, and there was a guy that I met in Orlando that I was really into.
Mm-hmm.
She ran a full background check while I was at a concert with him in Gainesville. When I got back, she told me that he had a misdemeanor from, 2 years before that. I was like, yeah, no. I'm good. And I never spoke to him again.
Wow. How about that? Okay. Well, she's in there. Thank you very much, Autumn. How about that?
Always Google the people you just start talking to. That's how I found out some girl got arrested for beating somebody up. Mugshot in there. Said something about domestic. She got into a fight. It was,
wow.
I had no idea. Seemed very sweet.
Okay.
They can flip on you, bird.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. Huh, so many people on meth. Ow!
You ever try to sit down and eat a 66-pound box of oranges in one sitting?
I'd imagine that'd give you the runs.
Yeah, that can't be good for you to have that much, citrus, right?
It's really not a good thing. I know you can have too much of a good thing. There were 4 guys in China that didn't want to pay a $46 fee to bring a box of oranges with them on a plane a few weeks ago. So they ate the entire 66-pound box of oranges right there in one sitting at the airport. All of them wound up with mouth ulcers, and they say they never want to eat oranges ever again.
Oh, my gosh.
That's tough. Okay, so don't do it.
You showed them.
Yeah. There's an alleged peeping Tom that got arrested after falling through the ceiling of a woman's locker room at a gym in Virginia. Whoops.
You can't do that.
Well, you just can't get caught. You don't fall through it.
Or you don't want to land on a woman either, which is what he did.
I mean, that sounds like a
damn.
sitcom, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Is she okay?
I believe
No.
she, well, I would say she's doing great.
Would you be okay?
I would not be okay.
I'd imagine she's still reeling.
I would probably have kicked his ass if I wasn't seriously injured.
Well, she actually was part of the ladies that held him down, which I'm sure he actually enjoyed.
Oh, he loved it.
Law enforcement arrived and arrested him. He's been charged with burglary, 3 counts of peeping or spying into a building and vandalism.
That's what you get for peeping.
Mm-hmm. Might want to be on the lookout because apparently the murderous doll Chucky has abducted a young boy in Texas. At least that's what the Amber Alert said when it talked about an abducted child.
People had to look at that and go, wait, what?
So what did it say exactly?
They sent out an Amber Alert and it had Chucky on it.
The doll picture?
Yeah.
The picture?
Yeah, with the kitchen knife, and it said that they were looking for a young boy, 2 feet 3 inches, and the 28-year-old suspect named Chucky was wearing blue denim overalls and was carrying a knife.
Oh my gosh.
It was an accident, and the Texas Department of Safety later had to say this is a test malfunction.
Test gone wrong. Like they were testing the system or something, and somebody did that to be goofy, but then actually sent it out to everybody in that community.
Okay, I see. They were being goofy, and then they got caught being goofy.
Right. They weren't trying to send that out to all the people, but it ended up that way.
It's pretty amazing.
A salt truck driver in Ohio got into a high-speed chase with the police last week after he almost hit a cop and covered him in salt.
What?
And during the chase, the driver dumped the salt on the police cars behind him. It was kind of like a Bond car, how he uses oil and smoke.
Yeah, did it work?
He was just using salt. No, it didn't work. Yeah, they eventually got him. He was arrested on several charges, but interesting thought.
It works so good in the movies.
I know.
On paper, it's a great plan.
Mm-hmm. There's a condo association that's now suing a 78-year-old Tampa woman for feeding a stray cat. The lawsuit accuses a woman of attracting and feeding stray cats and animals, which is against the rules, but she's saying she's only feeding a black and white cat that she actually had fixed years ago. She calls the cat Cleo. She says she puts out a bowl of cat food under her car, and it's covered parking space, and then we'll pick the bowl up after Cleo eats. But the condo association is saying that she has continued to feed stray cats after several requests to stop, and the association now wants a judge to issue an injunction telling her to stop, and has requested reasonable attorney's fees and costs.
It's hard to be a crazy cat lady when you got a HOA.
It is.
Because everything inside of you wants to just take care of all these feral cats.
We talked about this on Weird and Whatever, and I think if you start feeding a stray cat, I thought legally it becomes yours.
Yeah, I wonder what the problem is. I mean, if it's only really legitimately one cat, she can't control if others are coming up.
No.
But if she would claim that cat, said, I had it fixed. It's just an outdoor cat that runs around.
The way I see it, feed the cat. The cat's hungry.
Yeah, you know, these condo associations in Florida go.
Yeah, if they've got in the rules that you can't do that, you can't do that.
Oh, rules.
I know.
Rules.
Look, their rules suck. Nobody knows that better than me.
The HOA? Yeah,
The HOA rules suck. Yeah, they're awful. It's like living in a jail.
I got some issues in Collier County, Florida. A 53-year-old man got arrested there for beating up another guy who he said was not social distancing. The man was lounging at the pool when the victim went to talk to him, and apparently the victim got too close, and the guy's like, get away! The victim left, but then came back a few minutes later, so the guy shoved him to the ground, then punched him and stomped on his face.
Oh, Lord, that's not COVID-friendly.
A pool worker had to come over and halt the attack, and now police have arrested the assailant for the pool violence. I mean, that really breaks all the social distancing when you're on top of somebody punching them, right?
Totally.
And knocking the wind out of them right into your face. If you didn't have COVID before, you definitely do now. Big dummy. Kid in the UK is going viral after he figured out by changing his name on Zoom to, quote, reconnecting, his teachers would always think that he had a bad internet connection and would never call him to answer questions. Pretty genius, huh?
That's amazing.
So there you go, kids. There's your tip of the day. Airline pilots have been making more errors, they say, than usual during the pandemic, and they claim it's because they're rusty from flying a lot less.
Oh.
I can see that. That's probably a skill you want to sharpen.
Yes.
If you get out of practice of anything, it's just hard to get back in it.
So they're not doing well on their simulator test.
Oh. As long as it's the simulator, not the real plane.
Yeah. Deputies in Polk County, Florida, came across a 10-foot, 800-pound alligator just walking on a Lakeland sidewalk.
They're everywhere, man.
Yeah, they are.
How horrifying would that be, though, if you're just strolling down the sidewalk and you're face-to-face with a gator?
You have to get your mail. It's right there.
It'll happen. They say the gator was just cruising down this residential and school area.
Dang.
I mean, we have them in West Palm like that. By where I used to live and by where you live, there was always gators milling around. There's a school right next to it. It's in a residential area.
Mm-hmm. And how cool is this? An amateur treasure hunter found a gold piece of Henry VIII's lost crown, which has been missing for 400 years.
Don't tell anyone you found it.
They're saying when they sell it, it could be worth as much as $3 million.
Wow.
Do you hear when they sell it, i.e. the government?
Yeah, does he get to sell it since he found it?
I think so.
He should.
I know.
I would hope he does, but you know when they get involved, that's why they say don't ever turn in the gold you find if you find some at the beach, because the government's going to take it from you.
They say the same thing about the square groupers.
Square groupers, I don't think it's the government you should be worried about.
Don't turn them in.
You need to be worried about whose grouper it was.
Coming up here, got a story about somebody that's really gone all into their hobby, and I'm kind of curious who's put more into it, this person or them. This is somebody who's got a pretty impressive My Little Pony collection.
How old are they?
They are, look like from the photo, I would say early 20s.
My Little Ponies are popular still.
Oh, I know. I don't think they ever went away.
The bronies are out there.
Yeah, okay.
The guys that love My Little Pony.
Is it a man or a woman that has this collection?
It's a woman. It's a girl. Yeah.
My Little Pony, so sad and lonely. It'll be in your head all day long now.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So how much is she invested, and how about the bird and all of his action figures? We'll discuss next. How much have you invested in your hobby? There is a girl that's going viral because she has put $27,000 into her My Little Pony collection.
Whoa.
But
is she single? Does she want a man? I've got a guy for her.
But to me, people decorate their house all the time, and some people buy pictures, some people buy shawls, whatever you want to buy. Put her. I mean, that's just her decor. I support what she does.
Okay. Virginia, do you have anything that you have put a lot of money into that fits into one genre? I guess maybe would drinking count as one?
I do keep a stocked bar.
Yes, but you don't collect it.
No, I love lighting fixtures. I love chandeliers. I love really pretty lighting fixtures. When we bought our house, I changed every single last lighting fixture. Nothing is original from the previous owner.
Okay.
I like going around like on Dixie Highway. There's antiquing you can do over there and find like the coolest.
You like to get your sconce on, don't you? You love sconces.
Oh, I would love sconces. I don't have any. I would love to put up some sconces.
Yeah, I was talking sconces with the Kevin Ralston the other day. I met with him for a few.
Yeah. We just had a sconce talk.
I see you more as a guy talking scones.
I love talking scones and sconces.
Okay.
I just love the word sconce.
What do you think you've put into your collectibles, Jay Bird?
I don't know, because it's it was originally part of the podcast studio that I made. So I would say don't put equipment in there, just with the figures. Is that what you're asking?
We're talking about, like, for instance, she's got the My Little Pony collection, your Star Wars collection.
Star Wars, it's probably, at least $5,000, at least.
Yeah.
G.I. Joe is probably even more.
Okay.
But I love the way, again, that's
G.I. Joe's more, huh? Okay.
It depends. They're made a little bit more fragile.
Did you say you're over 15 grand with both?
I don't think I'm that much.
Okay.
But I don't know, because I've been collecting for a very long time.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out if we can do a story about you, because 27,000 of My Little Pony got this girl.
If I was to be completely honest, I think it is over 15, but over a period of time.
You might be story ready.
It does look cool, too, the way you have it. Like, it's displayed. It's not just, like, junky and silly looking.
No, because there's guys I watch, they do these YouTube videos, and they'll have stuff on their shelves, but it looks like a dude in a regular room, and his wife didn't want the figures, and he had to hide them and put them all. It just looks low budget. There's a way to display them to make it look nicer.
Jay Bird's got like the spaceships from the movies, like hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah.
Like, they look cool.
They're in a horrific battle, Virginia, as we all are.
Yeah. Somebody texted in and said, I found a rare Brazilian My Little Pony from the 90s at a flea market for 50 cents, and I sold it on eBay for $927.
Holy crap.
And my boyfriend almost threw it away because he thought it was junk.
Yeah, I don't want to brag, but my 1982 Snake Eyes, I bought him for $50, and he's now worth $190.
Oh, bam.
Yeah.
Look at you.
In the course of a year, that's gone on.
Wow. Investments,
For whatever reason, the figures are high right now in demand.
That's great.
Those, and so are vinyl records.
Yeah, vinyl records
really?
are big right now.
The old ones, I don't know if you've noticed, they're making new vinyl records out.
Yeah.
You can buy them at Walmart.
Yeah, my oldest son has got a record player, and he's starting a record collection.
You were into the record thing for a minute.
Yeah, I've got a record player. I've got records, but Rocco keeps ripping the needle out.
That's a problem. That will affect it.
Big problem.
The thing I don't get, though, is he was, playing some records when we were over there. He likes the Killers and stuff like that, and we were listening to it. I was like, that sounds terrible. It doesn't sound good.
Really?
I like the way it sounds. It sounds haunting to me. It sounds older and haunting. And I know you like the clarity. I like the little pops and the little...
crackle.
I do. I like it. And maybe it's nostalgic for me. I think it sounds cool. I'm also drawn to eerie things.
Okay.
You hate it.
It didn't sound good. I'm like, this seems dumb. It's like we're doing something that's worse. And we're going to pay more money for it.
I think sometimes things can sound too digital.
That's true. Especially if you're going back and listening to, like, what we love, some old Doobie Brothers.
Yeah.
It just sounds amazing with that crackle in it.
It does. The digital sometimes takes away the heart, in my opinion.
I know sound engineers are losing their mind. I had a big debate with one time about analog versus digital, and why analog's so much better. So I know I'm enraging a lot of people.
What an awful debate you got stuck in.
It was tough. I couldn't get out of it either. I'm like, I get it. You win. You win.
That engineer loved debating it, though.
Engineers hate morning DJs.
Yeah.
A lot of them do.
Yeah.
Collectibles and the money you put into them, maybe what they're worth. A girl named Beatrice Salt spent $27,000 on her My Little Pony collection.
I'm going to do a little tally up today, and I'll crunch you a number. I might have her beat.
Okay.
Oh.
Let's see what we got here.
Yeah, I've never really gotten into anything crazy. I remember once upon a time I used to collect the matchbooks, and then they stopped having those places. Now I kind of have the beer shirts, but it's nothing. I have maybe 20 or 30 beer shirts at $20 a pop. I'm no more than $600 in that.
There's people that get insane with it. I mean, you think I've got a lot. I am nothing. I'm a rookie in the game. There are these cats that have, garages full of toys displayed.
Yeah.
They look like they probably have never been laid.
Well, some of them make sense. I was down at a shop on Las Olas over the weekend, and I was looking at some of the Air Jordans they had. And I think the young kid working there realized I was old. And he's like, if you have any of those left from the 80s when you were first wearing them, I'm like, oh. Damn. He's like, those are worth a ton of money right now. I was like, yeah, sadly, as a dumb kid, in fact, I never even got the real ones. I had the knockoff ones.
The low-budget Air Jordan ones?
Yeah.
Now you need to start your own Hair Jordan. You should get
Jordan.
with him.
Yeah. Make my own shoe made out of hair.
Hair. I think that would...
Michael Jordan would sue you so fast. Hair Jordan. See you in court, Hair.
Yes.
You would get sued so bad.
In his own backyard. How insulting.
I got Mike. He said during the pandemic, you sold your collectibles. What did you used to collect, and how much did you get, Mike?
My brother and I have been collecting since we were kids, so we had some pretty cool pieces over the years. I had a 20th anniversary Voltron, never opened, in a commemorative series box. I paid $50 for it, and I sold it for $450.
Oh, nice.
We have the original Optimus Prime, sealed, never opened. I'm actually trying to find a 1983 Megatron, never opened. These are like $2,000.
Yeah, they're very expensive, especially if they're not open like you're talking about. The money, it's so much money.
Yeah.
They're hard to unload. They're valuable to a collector, but they're just cool to have,
I like
stuff. Yeah, a lot of cool pieces over the years.
I like your spirit. If you know anybody that's selling any vintage G.I. Joe, let me know, brother.
Absolutely. I watch your podcast, Jace, so you guys are awesome.
Oh, thanks, dude.
But absolutely.
Thank you, Mike.
Very cool, guys.
Okay.
My pleasure.
All right, be well, buddy.
Oh, man, I'd talk toys with that guy for a long time. I could talk with that cat.
Yeah, do it on your own time.
I will.
Kevin's trying to do a show.
I hear you.
Somebody texted in and said, I was watching Jimmy Fallon. He had Anthony Mackie on there, and Anthony Mackie has the original Boba Fett helmet signed by the actor himself, and he's never taken it out of the case.
Wow. Yeah, now you're peacocking.
Dang.
That's a lot of money.
Don't you love Boba Fett?
I do. I just don't like the way you say it. Bobo Fett.
Bobo Fett.
It's not Bobo.
It's a little disrespectful to the character.
That's the clumsy bounty hunter. It's Bobo Fett.
Bobo Fett.
Oh, darn it. He got away again. Somebody said, I collect wristwatches. I'm now in over $100,000. Don't tell my wife.
Oh.
There's people that collect stamps. Stamps are a big thing, and I never...
My dad did that when he was young.
Yeah, are little kids collecting stamps now?
No, I don't think so.
You're telling me there's no kid under the age of 18 that's got a stamp collection?
I mean, there might be, but again, probably not going to get laid.
Oh, come on, man. That ain't cool.
I got to ask my dad if he still has his. Because I know my dad, when he was a little boy, he had a big one, and I think he saved it.
They're worth a ton of money, man. Who gets that?
I know. That's what I'm thinking about.
Well, I've got some products that haven't really necessarily caught on yet. They could be considered collectibles. So they're right now just kind of sitting in some bargain bins. So we're going to play some odd product prices right coming up, including in this, I've got a sequin throw pillow that features the face of Nicolas Cage. You ever seen those sequins where you brush it one way and it turns a color, and then you brush it down and there's Nicolas Cage's face?
I have a Michael Scott, The Office one.
Okay.
I've got one with Rocco. Okay. Those are cool.
How much are you paying? We'll find out in the odd product prices right next.
Did you miss an episode of the KVJ Show? No worries. Find our podcast on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, or kvjshow.com.
Okay, it is the odd product price is right. These are things that people might collect, but they're not going to be worth anything. Like a sequin throw pillow with the face of Nicolas Cage.
Aw.
It's got to be $25.
$25. What do you think, Virginia?
Show me 18.
Yeah, you're right. It's going to be cheaper.
Show you 18. We'll go closer, and Virginia is correct. $10.58.
Damn.
$25, Bird. Get in the game.
Hey, you went for it, man.
And you love Nicolas
I
Cage.
do.
I'm not surprised you overvalued him.
You're right.
Okay, next up, a product called Fundies. It's two-person underwear.
Oh my gosh. Can we get them stat?
I think we definitely need to get them.
Oh
Two
my
people fit in one pair of underwear.
I'm getting on eBay right now.
Yeah. Go on Amazon. You can get them there.
Okay.
Yeah. How much do you pay, Virginia?
Fundies, I mean, that's going to be $29.
$29. Jaybird, how much do you pay for Fundies?
Fundies. I'd pay 50, but I think it's going to be, show me 35.
35. Virginia gets the point on that. There's $7.73.
What a bargain.
So we can buy multiple pairs of Fundies.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, that sounds like fun.
What are you looking to get in with?
Well, I bought the.
Oh, yeah.
I got the daddles. I just found my daddles.
Got to spin the wheel, Virginia.
We
We'll find out
should.
who's going to, yeah.
I love it. We got
Who needs to strap on a pair of Fundies together.
Remind me to rig the wheel. I mean, there's certain people I'd rather see you in the undies with.
I'm saying, well, what if me and you get in there together? Bring us closer.
What about a box of anus-shaped chocolates?
Oh, my gosh.
On Amazon, how much do you pay, Bird?
That's top dollar. Probably. Is it a dozen? A dozen anuses?
Yeah.
Probably 3 per anus. I'm going to go, show me $40.
$40 on that. Virginia, how much do you pay?
That's gross. I wouldn't pay anything, but show me $20.
Gonna go $20. $9.98. Virginia's closer.
$9.98?
Oh, I know. I'm just opening up your world, all these opportunities, aren't I?
I mean, between Fundies and chocolate anuses, I am just tickled pink over
There's a
here.
lot of shopping you can do today.
It's going to be a busy Monday.
A lot of stuff you need to
He's
get.
going to let that credit card get some exercise.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, my friend. There you go. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting products that are out there.
So we are all agreeing Fundies is a must.
What is the best out of that? You think it's Fundies?
Fundies.
Oh, I'm saying just should we get them for the show?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Done.
Definitely. Okay. That is going to be our new hot product. But my question is, what would be trending for you personally? You know, they do this on Netflix. This would be maybe the top 3 biggest things that you are into right now. Fundies on the way.
Hopefully they'll be here early next week, but there is a chance it could be wait till next Friday.
Wow.
But guys, they're on the way.
Some big news.
It's a big day.
Now I got to find that chocolate butt site.
Yes, the anus-shaped chocolates. That's also on Amazon for $9.98.
Amazon, they're doing great things.
Yeah, they got some good stuff. They also have a 6-pack of novelty sodas with flavors like bacon, buffalo wings, sweet corn, pumpkin pie, ranch dressing, and peanut butter and jelly.
Is it? Ooh, peanut butter and jelly soda would be fantastic. Is that Jones Cola?
It might be. I know they had done those. I think that's what this is. It says they're all made with pure cane sugar and ill intent. Those are $24.75 on Amazon. I don't know. Amazon became such a goofy site.
It's very goofy. I do a lot of buying there.
They've also got an elephant thong for anybody with a little junk in the trunk. $5.99.
Oh, you know what? That just reminded me. I found that green. What was that one thing I bought that you put it over your?
Oh, it was like a banana hammock.
I found our banana hammock. We've never used it.
Oh, right, yeah.
It's like a mankini.
I'm just saying, if we want some social numbers to go up, we got to get somebody in that banana hammock.
Oh, you think it's going to drive the people, huh?
It's going to drive them to do something.
Okay.
Yeah, I say we got
Well, Fundies, we got a mankini.
Virginia will be the photo person?
I'll be happy to take your pictures. Did you ever send those pictures I took of you on Friday to your girl Marcy?
Oh, yeah.
We had a whole photo shoot, Kevin.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw the pictures on Facebook, but this one looked delicious.
Yeah, Jay Bird's buddy's mom, Marcy, in that whole text thread that clearly was getting randy, she had said that she had had a dream of Jay Bird in his old baseball uniform. So
haven't we all?
He dug it out of the closet, put it on. You did a photo shoot, posted it up. Is there any updates on that?
There is an update. I never sent her a picture, but she sent me a text.
Did she see it on Facebook?
She saw it. Someone, love the photo shoot. This is from her. Love the photo shoot. You know how to make a girl feel young and excited.
Whoa, okay.
Jason heard the show yesterday.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Oh,
she's
Marcy,
in.
she is all in.
Hands on deck.
I like how, most girls might be intimidated or back away.
Yeah.
Marcy is doubling down.
She is.
I think she likes to act like, oh, don't tell my son, but I don't care if you do, kind of a thing.
Don't tell my son, but whoops if he finds out I'm a naughty girl.
So that's the update.
Oh, that's good.
I responded with an LOL.
Okay.
That's all we got. That's all we got right now. That's the update.
Marcy's always just kind of floating out there.
Well, usually when you send somebody a pic, they send you one. Come on, Marcy.
I didn't send her a pic.
But you put them on Facebook for her.
Well, for the people.
Send her one of those pics.
I don't want to.
Send her one.
I don't want to.
Come on.
No, I don't want to.
Just one. Send her the one where you're like pulling your lip down with your finger.
No, because then I think
That's my favorite.
She's gonna think I'm into it.
Yeah.
I think with the LOL, she might get the hint. All right,
and it's still there. I mean, there might be a night where you got a little peanut butter whiskey in you. And
I had a lot of peanut butter whiskey in me.
Okay. And
it still didn't work, Kevin.
Yeah.
Do you have any company this weekend?
Only person I had was my handyman. And no,
what does that mean? I'm like, okay. We get it. You don't have to go into any other details.
Where did he take you?
The guy, he was doing shelves for me. Get out of here. He was doing my
That's what he calls him. His handyman.
He's so handy.
Oh, stop it.
Big
Left
hands.
and right handy.
Big hands.
The only person that was doing shelves.
Okay.
Yeah, I swear, I wouldn't tell you, but nothing happened.
Okay.
All right.
I'd tell Ralston. I wouldn't tell you, Sinicki.
Don't you worry. I'll be in your bushes one of these days.
No, you won't. You'll get drunk and you'll pass out.
She can't make it out.
You've lost your heart.
I've lost my edge.
Yeah, she can't do it. What would be trending for you right now? They do this on Netflix. Everybody's got a trending topic. Twitter does it. Everybody trends this or trends that. But what about you individually? What would be 3 things? And I get on this all the time. I kind of go from one thing to the next where this is just my hot button. And it might be for a couple of months, and then we kind of, bring something else in and something else falls out.
Well, me and Denny will always talk about that. We'll be sitting, hanging out, and go, what would be the top three things trending right now? And it would be, we just ordered a pizza. Pizza's on its way. That's #1 trending. You can play this game with any situation.
Yeah, with any situation. Okay.
Everyone's got a top 3 trending. Everyone, even if it's lame.
Yeah. I would say if I had to do my top 3 trending right now, it's a lot from over the weekend. Waffle iron with cheesy pickles and pepperoni. It was a TikTok thing we saw. We went and got a waffle iron at the Bed Bath & Beyond, cheap little thing, and you take cheese and you put pickle slices in it, and then you put cheese on top, and then you push that down, and then it comes out cheesy pickles, or do a little pepperoni. You can dip it in marinara.
Wow, that sounds fun.
Oh, it was fun. It was great.
Oh, you should have told me. I have like 3 waffle irons. I'd have been happy to give you one of them.
Oh, dang, yeah.
I got so many.
The only thing, my only complaint about that story is you just didn't go longer and sexier with your talking.
Could have slowed it down a little
He
bit.
didn't give it to you like your handyman does?
All right, let's not get that narrative painted. The guy's a family man. He's married with children.
She's a beard.
I think #2 on my trending is discount clothing shopping. Love going to the outlets and find it. It's really, honestly, it's stunning to me how prices are set. Because sometimes you go into a place, like we're on just kind of like browsing around on Los Olos, which if you're looking for good prices, that's not necessarily where I would go.
No.
And we went to the Tommy Bahama there. And my daughter, she's like, how much do you think those glasses are? Just regular sunglasses. Look like something you buy at a gas station. I'm like, I don't know, $30. She's like, those are $400.
It's insane. You're out of your mind, Tommy.
And then they had a Christmas ornament. It was like $75.
Oh, my.
And it was on their discount, must get rid of it. I'm like, how much did that thing cost? It was like $150 before.
Must get rid of it.
It looked like a kid made it in elementary school.
$150 for one ornament?
You're out of line, Tommy.
And then I went, Dick's Sporting Goods has an outlet that we found. And I went and found these pants, and they were like $7.
Wow.
And they look, you could take those and put them in a trendy store and put a $180 price tag on them. And if people are like, oh, but it's got the tag, I'm going to buy it.
Sorry, Tommy, but I'm hanging out with Dick's.
Yeah. So I needed some new clothes. So yeah, I've been on that kick here for about the last month trying to get some new. But to me, the thrill is when you find something that it looks like it could be expensive and it's like $7.
Oh, I love it.
That's so great.
That's why I like going to thrift shops, man.
Yeah, you get some good stuff. So that's trending for me. And then number one trending is we got a juice or two over the weekend, and we did the ginger.
Nice.
And my wife's first batch, she did not put enough lemon in, and oh my gosh, I felt like I was growing scales. Oh man, that is wow. If you get a strong batch of ginger juice, good luck.
I know about that.
You did.
Yeah.
You rode that ginger pony last week.
It felt like I was growing scales.
Oh, it was tough. Yeah, the one that we had, I think, was even worse. It was tough.
I constantly felt like my skin was like a duck trying to swim through an oil spill. That's what my skin felt like.
It was rough. Yeah, I was feeling manic.
And mess with me on a mental level.
You can definitely overdose on ginger.
Oh my gosh.
We've learned.
It took me a good hour to come down from that.
Yeah.
Go easy in the
went right for a
beginning.
while. Yeah.
Emotionally, I was distraught.
Yeah. Her batch yesterday was much better than Saturday's batch.
Okay.
Those are my top three trending. What would you say is your top three, Virginia?
So my top three trending would be Bling Empire, which I just finished yesterday night on Netflix. Love it.
Okay.
And now I'm doing that deep dive that you do after you finish a show. Research. And when you look into their lives and where they got their money and all the backstory, I'm fascinated by all that.
Okay.
Another thing that I'm obsessed with right now in New Orleans, because there's no parades, there's going to be no floats on the parades. So everybody is turning their houses into house floats.
I saw photos of that. That's pretty cool.
It was on Good Morning America this morning. It was featured. It's like all over Instagram and Facebook. So it's inspired me, and I'm decorating my own house. I've got flags up. I've got beads up. I'm making this giant bead garland.
Okay.
It's going to be
Smart.
awesome. I'm so into it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think the last thing would probably be I have so many fresh fruits and vegetables because of my new relationship with Bednar's.
This is your number one trending right here.
This is my last one. Yeah,
So
this
you're
is the number
number
one.
one. All right.
I am cooking so many fun, all vegetarian new recipes that I've never done before. I'm really into it. I made these cauliflower bites with this purple cauliflower where you dip it in olive oil, then you dip it in Parmesan cheese, and then you dip it in breadcrumbs, and then you bake them so they're healthy.
Oh, yeah.
It is
I would love that.
delicious.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
But I've got so many fun recipes. I've got some golden zucchini. We did the you pick there where you pick your own strawberries.
Yeah.
The best strawberries I've ever had. I was dipping them in cannoli cream.
Cannoli cream.
The cream from the middle of a cannoli.
Oh, mama.
Didn't know it was a thing. Cannoli cream.
It's a thing.
Oh, my gosh. Cannoli cream.
It does sound good.
I'm not going to fit in my pants, but I'm having a lot of fun.
I want to bathe in that.
Yeah.
I bet that feels good.
Oh, cannoli cream?
Get a massage with cannoli cream.
Yes.
Okay, Bird, your top three trending. What do you got?
Number three, I had people in my pool for the first time this weekend. I have not had anyone in my pool.
Oh, fun little pool party. Okay.
It was actually the handyman's kids. So it wasn't really a pool party.
Not as sexy as I was
Yeah.
hoping. I was hoping you were going to have like topless chicks or something cool.
No, but it was neat just to see bodies in the pool because I hadn't gone in there
Frolicking
yet.
fun.
It was neat.
Yeah.
So I would say that was a trend. That was a first for my place. Number two, I'd say hearing from Marcy about the photo shoot.
Oh, yeah.
That's a big story.
That's a big storyline.
Which would have been number one, but number one happened. I lost my phone in my house. Hear me out.
Yeah.
I blame peanut butter whiskey.
Oh.
I was doing all kind of stuff late night Saturday night, like into Saturday night. And my phone is somewhere in my house or on my property because I did the iPhone search my iPhone.
Yeah.
It says it's somewhere in my house, but I looked. Sweet Denny's looked. We cannot find my phone anywhere, but it's on my property somewhere.
Is it on one of those shelves that he installed?
I looked on the shelves. Well, here's my fear is that it is in a trash bag. I have like 9 because I was doing so much stuff and throwing stuff out. Yeah, I just gotta. The trash bag's the last place. I haven't really looked. It's kind of down about going to the trash.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
It also could be in my yard because I don't know.
Do you always have it on silent and vibrate?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Okay.
Because everyone's got my number.
Ah.
I know. So it's somewhere. The good thing is it's somewhere on my property.
Okay.
It's just a matter of getting in there and doing
When
it.
is trash day?
Trash day is today.
Oh.
But I mean, I don't have.
Yeah,
I
you
can,
don't throw
I
that
can
stuff
always,
away.
you know.
You can wait.
I can
Stockpile
wait.
your
Don't
garbage.
throw anything away yet.
Oh, I'm
because
not.
if it's in there, you're going to beat yourself up when you watch it on Find My iPhone drive down your street.
It's definitely at my place though, so that's good. It's just
Okay.
now it's a little scavenger hunt.
Okay.
Which I'm going to turn into a fun activity.
Well, does it vibrate when you call it? Does it? Bzz, can you hear that at least?
No, I don't think so.
No, it
it
doesn't.
depends. Sometimes I'll put it on. Sometimes I'll put it off. I don't know what I had it on Saturday.
Oh, I got you.
I
It
got to
could
do
be
the
a-
whiskey. And I felt like, Home Goods Pennington over here. I felt like just fixing things up.
Okay. All right. There you go. That is our top 3 trending. Somebody said mine's cheerleading, potty training, and anxiety. Okay, that's fun. So everybody's got their own little trending. You can let us know yours as well here. Always text us 877-979-WRMF.
It's more of the KVJ Show right now on 97.9 WRMF.
Jaybird lost his phone in his house. Some people have suggested some options for you. You think maybe the last place might be garbage bags?
Well, I go to the worst case scenario just because I spent all day yesterday looking for it. And I could not find it. People are saying double check, triple check the couches. They are right about that. I've lost things in couches.
Yeah.
And I've looked in the couch and then they just appear out of nowhere.
It's crazy.
They
yeah.
can get stuck in there like the Sarlacc in Return of the Jedi. Am I right?
Just thing on.
Oh boy. Star Wars jokes do not go well with this crowd.
Somebody said to tell Jaybird to call his phone when it's dark and the lights are out. I found mine many times on silent since the screen lights up.
So we did do that, and we just couldn't find it. Now, granted, it was in the daytime. I just we tried all of the basic things.
But in the dark, they're right. It'll light up.
It will.
Somebody said to use the play sound option in the Find My app to find your phone.
Yeah, you can make it start chiming. Even if it's off, like not off, but even if it's on silent, you can make your phone start chiming.
Yeah, I couldn't hear it. Oh, we did all that. I can't find. I'm it's not my first rodeo with losing a phone. I cannot find it. That's why I'm just afraid it's out in the yard somewhere. Because I was doing all kinds of stuff, listening to music in my own little world,
drinking like a fish.
I mean, like a fish, trying to prove something.
And if you get down to the garbage bags is your last resort, somebody suggested that you have somebody drive away with just one trash bag at a time to see if the Find My iPhone moves that way. So you're going to have to actually search through every single trash bag.
It's a brilliant idea.
They're right.
We've got some options here today, and I love it.
Okay.
Not that fun, but I'm going to try to trick my brain thinking, all right, Bird, you're going into a fun scavenger hunt.
Ooh,
Have fun with
that's
it.
fun, right?
Yeah.
When you
love
find
that.
your phone, you get a pizza.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can't. I'm on a diet. But you're right, though. I might get a pizza.
You deserve a pizza.
That's right. After all
Honestly.
you've been through.
Yeah, you've been through a lot.
I'm emotionally drained.
Be nice to be starting off on Monday. Is 32-year-old Chad Lucas from Davie. He went into the Texaco on State Road 84 in Fort Lauderdale to get himself one of those Gold Rush Special Edition Florida Lotto scratch-off tickets, and he walked away $15 million richer.
Holy moly.
That's amazing.
That is pretty impressive, isn't it?
$15 million from one scratch off?
Yeah, he's going to do the lump sum payment, so it's $10,440,000, but
Oh, my
still.
gosh. We had that kind of change. You know how many pairs of fundies we'd be buying?
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, and then the Texaco, they get $30,000 because they sold them the ticket.
How cool is that?
I didn't know they get a piece of the action.
Yeah, the vendor gets a slice of the pie.
Who gets it? The owner of the Texaco or the employees? Or
I assume the owner, and then he decides if he wants to slice off a piece to whoever actually sold the ticket.
I think you got to slice off a piece of the person that sold the ticket.
I mean,
You
30K.
should.
Yeah.
You should, but if you're a sleazy gas station owner and you're mean to your employees, you're like, it's mine.
You own your gas station. I'm your employee. I just sold the ticket to Kevin. What do you give me?
$50.
$50?
Just kidding. Just kidding. No, I would split it with you.
You'd give 15?
Yeah.
15,000?
I think that's cool. It's $30,000 you weren't expecting to get, so yeah, give the employee half.
Do you go half too?
I'm not sure. It depends on how many other employees I have, because I think it's fair that you give it up to other people that might work there. Is it just one employee you have? If you had 3 employees,
No,
shouldn't
you have
split that.
you have like 18 employees, so now
At a Texaco gas station.
Well, Virginia's now made the scenario completely unrealistic, and it's not even fun now.
Yeah, I think everybody needs a cut.
Okay, I like that. That's the deal here. One of us win the lottery, we all get a piece.
That's true.
Okay. We all get a cut.
Right?
Yes.
All right, after the show podcast coming up, Jay Bird, you're wrapping us up here with your thought. What you got?
The greatest weapon against stress is our ability to choose one thought over another.
It's true. Yep. I'm calling it.
That and peanut butter whiskey.
No.
You know how you hear people on the radio and you're like, I wonder what they look like when they're saying that. I wish I could see them. Well, you can. We're right there on youtube.com/KVJ show.